All right, so last time we played, after running some errands around the city, all of you settled in to come up with a plan, which included V getting hired on as a worker on site. Mm-hmm. The first person who has to be on scene at like 5 in the morning. They told you to come at like sunrise, basically. Mm-hmm. And you guys sent Car 10 out, and he jacked an invitation in a fun little thievery scene. And what else are we missing? There's somebody else.
Phil helped me.
Yeah, Phil helped you.
TTS is giving me a bunch of shit. I think I've got it now.
You're in right now. Your ping is just like crazy high. Nobody wants to play Marvel Rivals with you, that's for sure. Can't have ping that high in a first-person shooter, bro. And then you, after you brought that back, some of you worked together to change that into an invitation for Dare, who will be showing up to represent the Waltz family at this party. And you guys bought a dress for Marie so she could be his +1 / his hidden bodyguard. I believe you stored her sword in one of your weapon launchers. We're going to do a little prep scene before that group leaves. You're planning on storing her sword in one of them. And let's see. I believe we will. The two thieves of the invitation will also be the two that are sneaking in through the bell tower top into the top level of the home. And yeah.
And we did some casing and infiltrating, right? Phil, do you have case and infiltrate?
I do not. I'm not criminal at all.
No,
I'm just sneaky.
Okay.
He's just agile.
I burned my points on case and infiltrate, like so. The 6 that I had. So, if we have any benefits from that, can we still have that?
Yeah, you definitely do. We'll go once you guys. We'll get to a scene for that. But first, we're going to begin early in the morning as V leaves the mansion.
Hold on, let me roll for my last short rest, see if I got a really good one or not to beef me up. I did not.
Did not. Sorry, bud.
I got a normal long rest, so at least reset my count, I guess.
Part of the dice is not with you.
Is not.
And as we begin the first R&A of Nostian, V, you arrive at the house of Nathaniel Aldis. As you're walking up the step to the gate, you see some of the lead workers kind of like directing some of the people that were in the line that you were in, that you got hired from around. And you see the major domo turn his kind of thin, sullen frame and kind of lock his sunken eyes on you. You've arrived. Good. You'll be working with the group over there. They have a few crates of supplies to carry into the kitchens.
Okay. I'll go to the group he pointed to.
You see them like, they're like, two guys are each carrying one of these crates inside that have just been delivered. And then
I'll go
see a stack of what's left. There's like 2 other ones over there.
I'll go pick one up. How heavy is it?
You can pick it up easily.
Could I fit like one under each arm?
No, they're like a little too big for that, but you might be able to stack one on the other and then like dip them through the door.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and do that. Just to be funny, they're two manning it and I'm boxing it.
Yeah, you do that. You easily carry that inside. Some of them give you odd looks. As that's happening, and as you begin your morning work day, you can always bring up like specific things you want to do during this time, but I would like you to make a wisdom study test for me and a charisma persuasion test. These will represent like you maybe like talking to some of the workers during this time, and then you like looking around during this time.
Wisdom study is 8, and then you said charisma persuasion?
Yes.
that maxes out at 8, so... Hey, I got 8!
Okay.
8 for both.
So as you're checking your surroundings as you work through the morning into the early afternoon, and the build up in the house just kind of continues to gradually build as things get closer to the birthday party in the evening, as well as the sun solstice event, which there's usually a lot of people out in the street on this night because it's just like an interesting there's like a particularly interesting like cosmic event that tends to happen on the sun solstice. It can be a few different things. Kind of depends. But just naturally, as you're preparing, you notice a few things. Okay, people are going to want to take notes this session. I'm just throwing it out there for the. I know everyone's like, I struggle at taking notes. This is gonna be a good session to practice. Okay, so as those crates are being moved into the kitchens, there's also a path that leads kind of like out the right side of the building into that garden area that you had to walk through for the interview. And you can see on the opposite side of the kitchens is the courtyard. And that you can tell that they've already kind of built up a little stage riser and left a bunch of stuff out to set up for like Max's show whenever he arrives. There's a couple of other things you notice because you managed to roll an 8. One, a guard or two always seems to be assigned to be watching the workers in the courtyard and the garden. And they tend to like pace back and forth, each one covering one of the two areas at any given time. Okay? So there's definitely like a layer of security that's been hired for the party, and some of them's jobs is to watch the laborers and make sure they're not stealing stuff or doing anything they're not supposed to or going anywhere they're not supposed to. Also, there's an arch that leads from the kitchen to a set of stairs that lead from the first level of the building up to the second level of the building, and there's always 2 guards on that arch. And it's clear to you that the laborers are not supposed to be going into the main part of the manor. So their job is basically just to stand there at the opposite end of the kitchens and make sure nobody goes up that path. And those guys are not leaving. They're just standing there like all statically, okay?
And that was outside still, or was that inside?
No, so like there's the path where the gardens are, and then it leads into that area where you interviewed, which has a door that leads into the kitchen, and then all the way down at the end of the kitchen, the arch of steps that leads into the main manor proper is guarded. Okay. The workers that you're trying to chat with, they'll tell you that the guards that are walking the path, there's been more than one instance where they've seen them walk off the route they're supposed to be guarding. They're pretty sure it's because they're sneaking drinks from flasks while they're in the garden section, because the major domo is not usually on that side. Also, one of the workers who you've come to know is named Bartleby. He was also just hired on for the day. He's a guy who lives in the lower city normally. He overheard the major domo telling one of the guards that's on the patrol watching the workers, who he believes is named Spencer. He was telling Spencer off for getting caught in the library on the second level. So there's areas on the second level that even the normal guards are not supposed to be. Okay.
Guard, Spencer, library. Got it.
Is there anything you would like to do that I have not covered while you're there working during the day? Because if not, we are going to cut next to probably the late afternoon, early evening, which is when they would be getting ready. The guests would be getting ready, and the thieves would be getting ready, and also Max would be getting ready because he's probably going to leave ahead of everybody else since he's got to set up for his show. He needs to be there like a couple hours early.
I think I had also been going to try, if there's an opportunity, I'm not going to risk like getting caught because I'm not sneaky, but if there's like an opportunity to go make sure like the side door is unlocked that they were talking about coming in. I don't know if any of my duties will lead me over in that way to try to unlock it.
The side door is connected. It's the door that leads out of the kitchen into that office area. That or it's not really an office area. It's really just like a raised cellar. It's like a big pantry. And they had set up that table in there where they were interviewing you guys. Are you talking about opening the door into that room?
No. The Carten and Philium had been looking when they were casing. They had seen a side door.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and make an agility coordination test. Target number is going to be 8.
Are you guys cool if I use a inspiration die or momentum? Because these are not my this is not my strong suit.
Go for it.
Sweet. I'll use momentum.
All right, 2 and 2.
I didn't need it. I got a 12.
Or an 8.
I'm old max.
Sorry, what'd you get total?
BRB.
12.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get to that door. When you reach the door, you are on the lock mechanism end. You haven't noticed anybody using it. You kind of quietly turn the lock, and it is unlocked.
Okay. I think that's the only other thing that I had thought to do during the day. Because we had talked about me stowing weapons, but then I didn't bring any with me because that seemed too risky.
Okay. All right. As the evening sets in, the rest of the party, we're cutting to all of you. I'm giving you kind of one last meeting together. You guys are probably like near the stable area, the cart that you guys built. Make sure you have your party doc open. But the cart that you guys built is there, and Brandon is putting all of the show things in for Max, and this is kind of your guys' last chance to go over the plan, talk about anything new that you've thought of, anything like that, before you split up into the 3 groups.
As we're doing this, as we're meeting, you're going to see Phil break out the cauldron, or break out all his stuff to make coffee, and he's going to look at the group and say, I think we all need one last pick-me-up to help us get through this night, whether it is physical or maybe just in your head. I am open to suggestions. I can maybe make us all more knowledgeable, maybe for your act, if you want to add some trivia to it, or maybe we can be faster on our feet, or maybe more fortified in mind, or able to see in the dark. Does anybody have any input on what we would like to do? I'm going to roll for alchemy for the day, and this is going to be it. So basically, I can give knowledge chests, defense and initiative, sanity threshold, or dark vision to everybody.
Yeah, he's going to make everybody a coffee.
I can see in the dark already, but
yeah,
it's probably beneficial to everybody else.
Do you have to give the same one to everybody?
I can only make one, or I can make healing poultices, a basic healing, but I don't anticipate getting into it, and I think he's not going to suggest it because he thinks that's preparing for the worst, and that's not positive.
So how the feature works is that one of the potions he can make an amount of that potion equal to this group of people. So you guys would need to all choose the same effect. So I think it's either there's one that increases sanity threshold, right? Which ones do you have? I can increase it.
So that's what I was saying. So one will help with knowledge checks. One will help our initiative and defense checks. One will help our sanity threshold, and one will give us all dark vision. And bonuses to perception rolls, by the way. That's what I was leaning. That's what Phil's leaning towards, but he thought he would ask as part of the planning.
Well,
I would.
Max feels he has the least risky role to play, so he'll leave the decision up to those partaking in more hazardous endeavors.
Worst comes to worst, I pack up my cart and leave.
Exactly, and my cart can
That's
turn
hilarious.
invisible now, so...
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Can't wait to make hopefully make a
And it's a horseless carriage. Pretty good.
And it's a horseless carriage.
sick.
And,
I would say the perception or the initiative, so we could
think
react
those-
more quickly
fight.
if needed to.
Those would be
Yeah.
beneficial to
Can you
me as
can
well.
you make an extra one to bring for V for when you guys can connect later?
I could have done it earlier in the day. We just kind of started RPing, and I didn't want to interrupt. But that's up to you, narrator. But I could have made this earlier. In the day.
Sure.
It lasts the whole day, 24
Yeah,
hours.
sure.
So okay, yeah. So what actually happens is I could potentially make two, and I could have one on me or whatever. And the better quality they are, they get better bonuses and stuff. So let me roll that. I'll go ahead and do the dark vision one. I think that's a good call.
Yeah, that'd be good. I don't have dark vision, which is why I was asking if you could make me one too. Bring it.
I create one standard quality, so that's perfect. So I'll create a standard quality one, which spending a D to creature can drink this potion to gain dark vision for 6 range bands and a +2 bonus to perception rolls.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, as we're
Nice.
discussing this plan, he sits down,
That'd be
crosses his
study
legs,
time.
and starts.
Sorry, old language. Keep going.
Oh shit, that's right. I'll write something on that tonight. Yeah.
That adds a range band to me too, anyways, so I'll benefit from it as well. And the perception bonus.
You just siphon the coffee into your little oil chamber.
Yeah, I think we figured out that I could drink the coffee at least now.
That's fine. Okay, yeah.
Mix
So
some
you guys
blood in
are
there.
you guys are going at mad dark vision.
Sweet.
Marie is there. She's in the dress. She looks uncomfortable. And she takes one last loving look at her sword, and then she puts it in the little disguised launcher tube in the cart, and she closes it. She raises an eyebrow, and she looks at you, Max, and she says, "That sword is my child. Be careful with it."
Never fear. I am excellent with children.
Good, because I can get very angry. And then she's going to turn and kind of like step back. And I hate this dress.
I am G. James.
He sent you an aim. You guys remember
Holy
aim?
shit.
You're dating us, man.
Yep, sure are. Sure are. Man. I remember when the Yahoo version got the games you could play together, and we were like, dude, this is so rad. Anyways.
Just as a reminder for what we are going in there for, there's a lot going on today, but we are looking for the research papers to help our friend and to about the Ether Blight. Make sure we focus on that, but if we see something else that may help something that we are studying or wanting to know more about, we will try to escape with that as well. But our priority is these notes, this research. Get it in the hands of our good doctor and our magician friend.
Yes, that would be much appreciated if the professor is right about this. This could, well, very rapidly accelerate our progress.
Is there
Reminder +2 to perception checks, +2 to perception. Sorry,
study
wisdom
checks?
based study.
This is a good time, and we don't have to do a bunch of roleplay here if you guys don't want, but this is a good time for your characters to discuss like a signal plan between groups if things are going wrong, or like that kind of stuff, before you're all split up, because you're kind of like, he's gonna leave now, and then the cart's gonna take them, and the two of you got to just go through the city on your own. So.
Yep. Is there anything like penny cabs? Probably not. Or the equivalent of like a little courier service in the city.
Max, and like whenever he's done with his show, like he's just gonna be there. So to a certain extent, like he can regroup, and he'll have Dare around.
Right.
You two don't have a great way to communicate, but like if there's like a plan, any kind of planning you gotta come up with, like if maybe there's like specific things you want to do as soon as you hit the site, like somebody try to make contact with V, make sure V is okay because V's been gone for hours and that kind of thing. This is the time.
It'd be interesting if he could disappear somebody and then they could go and infiltrate when he, in the middle of the show, disappeared them. That would just be kind of cool.
You mean like call up one of them
like,
as if he's calling up a random guest?
Yeah, exactly, and then disappear them.
That's not a bad. Yeah. Basically, make like one of them the plant so they can then go and help. That's not a bad idea. Those are the kind of things you guys should be discussing, because like you can use the show to your advantage, maybe too. It doesn't just have to be a distraction.
I can make someone invisible for an hour.
I mean, that's pretty handy. I'm gonna have quite a considerable bonus with my lurker giving me ignore steps for sneaking around, and then because I case the place, I already have an easy. So, and I have a +7 on stealth. So I might be good on my own, but I mean, if he wants to do that to somebody else,
I don't think that's a bad idea. I am also pretty stealth. I don't have like the.
Now remember, it's going to be for an hour, so it needs to be done like at the show, probably in front of people or something like that, or right before the show is going to start.
I, because of some of my other features that I have, can cast darkness on myself, and that's why I gave myself dark vision with that. So I can be very stealthy, and I can put us both in that darkness. So if we ever needed to actually disappear magically, I've got us.
Sick. All right,
I do think that it should be two of us, maybe on the infiltration team. One is too easy to get disappeared or run into something like where you can't watch the back. So Phil will, in character, be like, "We should have a signal. You and I should stay together as best as possible." I'm looking at Carchat. But if something were to go wrong and one of us had to abort our part of the plan, are we meeting someone where we can probably get out another way than you guys can? Unless this is a last minute idea, but us being part of your show, Maximilian, and giving us a way to get in without having to sneak, and then making us hard to follow after that. I do think our plan of going in the side and then maybe up on the roof is still probably the best plan.
And we did determine that I could Yoda you. So let me say it in character.
Right.
If needed, I could carry you.
Right. Handy. It pays to be small sometimes. And he'll smile, like a wholesome, like goofy smile. How are you feeling, Maximilian?
Well, I would be happy enough to veil someone from prying eyes. I can also, let's say, reposition someone, perhaps through a window or something like that. That would be useful.
What do you think, Carr? Trust in your and I's skill, or maybe have some help getting in?
I think we are quite skilled at entry, and we'll have no issues approaching the roof, especially considering the second floor has no guards. At least no visible guards in place.
Oh, right. Well, I trust in your judgment. I certainly trust myself.
But since the doctor is already entering, if you would like to make anyone invisible, he would be a good option. Perhaps you could pull him on stage.
Well, I could do it and look around, but I would have to come back for your trick to finish, right?
Well, I suppose the audience would expect you back eventually, but I could stall for perhaps 10 or 15 minutes or so perfectly easily.
What if you don't make him just disappear, but what if you turn him into a cute, cuddly animal, like a rabbit? Then he could get away for a long time.
Ooh, I do use a cute, cuddly rabbit in my show, as a matter of fact. It would be quite trivial to make it appear as if the good doctor here were performing as my furry assistant. Just need to give old Charlemagne some fangs and that sort of thing, and you'll fit right in.
Phil laughs.
Yeah, Car's staring at the doctor right now, wondering what he'd look like with rabbit ears.
Well, if you could
We
do that
should
at the
give-
beginning, I could have your whole performance to look around.
Max is going to wave his cane in the air and mutter something, and then he's going to pull off his hat, and there's a white rabbit sitting on his head under the hat, and then he's going to reach up, take the rabbit by the ears, and set it down on the table in front of him, and just kind of pat it on the head, and then he's going to start examining Dare's clothing and jacket and cane and that sort of thing, and looking back and forth between him and the rabbit. Yes, I think so. We can just get a little this type of cloth and some thread and let's see. But what about the?
Would you like one
and
of
then
my
he's going to-
ties?
Oh yes, that would be most
I
helpful.
think I have another just like this one.
Perfect.
How fortunate that your skin color matches the fur color.
Quite.
What did all of you want me to do after my charge disappears or is turned into a rabbit?
Oh,
Just hang out and drink, or
Enjoy the show. Keep an eye on the crowd. Cover for me if there's any suspicion.
And cheer at all the right moments, very loudly.
understood.
sometimes I very much wish I was not as capable as I might look. I am going to miss the first show I am around for you, Maximilian. Sounds like it will be highly entertaining.
Oh, never you mind that. After this, I will be booked out for months. You'll have plenty of opportunities.
Don't
There's
worry,
like
Phil.
the-
I can hire him to give us a private show.
I would like that very much, Doctor.
That would be fun. You would get the same, like, all of you, because you all knew Jensen, would get the same feeling that the whimsy and, like, the pure, genuine, like, desire to see an awesome show, like a show like this. It reminds you of Jensen a lot.
All right. You guys ready to split up? All right. Max, Brandon gathers the last of your things, and you pack up the side of your cart. And you and Brandon drive off, I guess, in your horseless carriage.
Max brings his sewing kit and the tie and a few swatches of cloth and takes the opportunity to put a little outfit together.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So you're trusting Brandon to drive?
He's got this.
Yeah, he's totally got this.
Kid can
He's
fly.
like-
He can drive a
He's like
horseless
the
carriage.
Asian kid from Temple of Doom.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then shortly after that, the cart is brought around, and Marie climbs in along with you. And you ride off, and that leaves car 10 and Phil standing there.
I will shrug off like the kind of robe that's on me, and you'll see, like, even for being a little bit older, when he's got like more skin tight, dark clothing on, like he's like way more built than an old guy probably should be. And he starts doing stretches, and you hear just like a cacophony of like cracks and squeaks and all kinds of shit. And I say, "It has been a long time, but I am looking forward to this quartet." And he like straightens up for the first time. You've never really like seen him like stand straight up like properly. And he sticks the cane like in his belt, almost like a holster, or almost like a scabbard. And push to talk.
Oh, pressing the wrong button. You look quite capable, Phil. Shall we take to the roofs?
Let's do it.
So yeah, Car's just gonna launch grapple hooks. If you want to grab a hold of me, you can just get dragged right up with me, and we'll probably try and get onto an adjacent roof.
He will be like, oh, he'll think he can do it yourself, and how quickly you start to do it, he reacts quickly and like grabs onto your leg as you like start to grapple up. And as we're about halfway up, he lets go and lands lightly next to you at the same time.
It seems you did not even need my assistance, Phil.
Oh, but it was very helpful. What I might make up for in agility is not having as much energy as I used to. I will conserve as much as I need.
I am quite confident we will be successful.
Onward.
And the two of you dash off across the rooftops into the night. The hardest part of that stealthy journey is definitely passing through district walls to get to the manor itself. But you arrive more or less just behind the cart that bears Dracene Waltz and Maria Lapointe, who are, as you guys perch on a roof nearby, stepping out of their cart, the party already starting with other early arrivals, marveling as they look up at the sky as the twin moons slowly blur together, kind of perfectly aligning in the stars. As that happens, you can see the stage is already set. Max is standing off to the side. I don't know what Max looks like when he's about to go on stage. Max, what do you look like when you're about to go? Are you a pacer?
Yeah, he's a bit of a pacer, but he's also sort of miming how he's going to be doing part of tricks and things like that, and waving his cane around, and practicing flourishing his cape, and doing sweeps with his hat and things like that, and checking on and sort of micromanaging Brandon setting up the various contraptions.
All right, the major domo is kind of off to the side. He extends a gaunt hand to your invitation, and he takes it and he looks at it, raising an eyebrow. I don't remember seeing your name on the list before the invitations were sent.
Well, what am I supposed to do about that? I have an invitation, no?
You do. It's just not often I forget things, I guess.
Well, I am a doctor. I could look into that for you if you wish.
Enjoy the party. He steps to the side, motions for you to come in. As you're walking past, Marie kind of wraps one of her arms around yours, and she mutters, "Some people just have the kind of face you want to punch."
I think you will find many people like that here.
I was just about to say that.
Hands to yourself unless they try to hit you first, though.
Yes. You should find us something to drink.
Well, I'll find you something to drink at the very least.
Find you someone to drink. I think we already did.
Perhaps later.
As you step forward into the crowd, I feel like we need to kick the music into a different gear. You see a guy up on stage. He's slightly, he's slightly stooped. He's got kind of like a funny gait and a big belly. He's clearly doing like some entertainment before the main show, kind of. And he stops and he says, all right. It's time, I think, for the birthday party to begin. But first we have to honor our host, Nathaniel Aldis. And he motions towards the main doors into the primary part of the house. And they swing open slowly as Nathaniel Aldis walks out, all dressed in white, gold, red, and purple. Fine linens dripping in class. He bows and he looks and observes the crowd as they clap for him. Ugh. I'm not impressed. As this is happening, and the camera pans up slightly from the steps, you can see over his head as two dark shapes leap through the night. And I need our team of thieves to make agility coordination tests. As you're doing that, this is a test for the two of you, and the target number is 20. Okay, so it's the two of you together trying to hit that.
Does my casing reduce those as well as my lurker?
Oh, yes. Before we begin this, yes, the casing. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, you're gonna reduce it by 12, so it's gonna be pretty easy, actually.
Okay.
Additionally, each of you gets a prep token.
Oh, cool.
Much like Chris's session. You can turn in this prep token if you wish to command a flashback to your previous meeting scene in which you brought something to prepare for something that might come up. It needs to be more feasible than a conceptual idea, though. Okay, so it's like the thief team realizes they need like a grappling hook. You can flashback for that. Okay, I will not give you what you're flashbacking for if you do not role play the part of the flashback where you are explaining why you wanted to bring it. Okay,
that's fair.
You have to earn the thing. It's not just spending the token. Okay, cool.
Love it.
Okay. So, go ahead and roll you two. You're probably going to beat Nate pretty easily. But let's see if you can crit.
15.
14.
Call that a crit. Okay. Yeah, the two of you easily make it to that tower, that reconstructed bell tower section at the center of the manor house. The hatch that needs to be lifted to go down the wrought iron ladder is locked. You can hear the crowd cheering below.
There's no guard here. There was one guard.
There's not a guard standing at the bell tower. There is a guard about 30 feet away, standing off one of the corners of the roof, though, looking out at another area, and you know that he's probably going to move back this way at some point.
Bill, are you capable of picking a lock?
I can probably try, yes. Alternatively, that one is going to come back over here eventually. He probably has the keys.
That is a good point. Should I subdue him?
That was what I was thinking. That would probably be the quieter way.
Okay. Am I capable of like rappelling onto the roof area above him as quietly as possible?
You could climb the arch that this is underneath, and then wait for him to get close enough to like pounce on him.
I'm gonna try to find a spot, and I'll go. If needed, could you produce a distraction?
So he's like perched above you now, on top of the tower area, but he needs him closer, and he's just standing looking out the other way right now.
You need them. You want him closer, or you just want him to turn around and look at me instead?
Well, he wants him like to turn and approach so that he can pounce on him because he's too far away right now. But he doesn't want him to approach him. He wants to be hidden. So he's telling you to be bait.
Yeah. I mean, either bait or can I feasibly have like a piece of like a coin or something in my pocket that I can flip over and have it land in the spot I want it to land?
You want to do like a hitman method where you make a noise and see if he follows it?
Yeah,
sure, exactly. Sure. You pull the coin out. It's a demark. So you got to remove that from your inventory.
Okay.
And then
no, I think this is. I'll think to myself, this is the wrong one. This is the one that's more, and I'll reach in and I'll get out the coat.
Sure.
Yeah, money.
And then you flick it with your finger to try to draw him in.
I got a 4 agility. I feel like I can flick it to wherever I want.
Duck into the shadows afterwards.
I was gonna say, can I first find like a little more patch
I mean, there's
of
corners to the bell tower top
Yeah,
because he's on the top and you're underneath the top, so you can just duck to the side.
that's perfect.
Go ahead and make a, I don't know,
Agility coordination.
Yeah, make an agility coordination test for me. Target numbers can be 12.
16.
Okay. You flick the coin out, and it rings as it lands on the part of the rooftop shingle, and he looks up at the sky. God's blessed me today, I guess. And he walks over. He gets just in range as he's stooping over to pick up the coin.
I'm just gonna lower myself down with my grappling hooks. And he's just gonna grab him with his legs, and then his two. Shake him up.
Go ahead and do an attack roll for me.
As he's doing that, he's gonna be like, "Oh, God's on me!" I'm under my breath. I'm gonna say, such greed."
That's a 20.
Yeah, you like catch his legs, and you pull back and shake, and he goes head first into the roof, smacks his head, and just goes unconscious.
Okay, then I won't murder him. I'll just pull myself and him back up to my previous spot.
Okay.
So much greed. I'll hop down from where I am silently and grab the Dakota out of his pocket.
You find a couple more demarks in there too.
Hey, yeah, actually, I'll rifle through whatever pocket that I saw and put the Dakota in and grab whatever's in there.
You also find a keyring on his belt that has a couple keys on it, a couple small brass keys.
Perfect.
All right.
I suppose the demarks are worth his life. I had planned on murdering him.
Oh, not necessarily though. And he's gonna stop you and think, and I think I need to probably use the flashback because we should have brought rope and shit with us so that we didn't have to kill everybody. That we could play. If I turn it in, can I RP that we prepped things to tie people up so we wouldn't kill them?
We cut back to the table where all of you are standing around that drawn map of the Manor grounds.
Phil, I can murder anyone we need to.
I would say, well, I don't know. If it is necessary, I am for it. I have nothing against the loss of life. For every loss of life is, if you believe in such things, it becomes life later and things like that. But maybe we shouldn't create a trail of bodies to make us more likely to go after us. Maybe we should bring rope and some things to keep their mouths shut.
I suppose that is a good idea.
I have manacles in the...
But if we need to, can I murder someone?
If it is necessary, I would not stop you.
Everything you said was a lot more fucked up than I expected, Phil. But I agree.
Well,
Carlos
Hopefully it will only take some distractions and some, hitting of the head and knocking out,
Cutting back.
And not coming here.
You are wrapping
His ass
him
up.
up. Yep, you're tying him up. I'm going to say that you've got enough rope and manacles to do this to like 4 people total between the
Nope. Heard. Yeah, I will do, and I'll make sure I put a gag so that if he wakes up, he still can't make noise.
two. Okay. And then you just leave him on the roof.
Yep.
Okay. The 2 of you head back to the locked gate, and the smaller of the 2 keys on the keyring opens it. And with that, you descend into the darkness of the attic of Manor. And we're going to cut down as all of you are disappearing to V, who is standing in the kitchens right now, as one of the cooks turns and yells at him. We already need another barrel of the ale. Go check the storeroom.
Okay. Oh.
What are you just standing around for? What are we paying you for?
I don't know. I've never done this before.
Yeah,
I'll go to the storeroom
it's
and get a
obvious.
barrel.
Sure. When you walk in the storeroom, you see one of the barrels, and you pick it up and you lift it. You carry it back in. And you set it to the side as they put it up on a rack, and they tap into it. Oh my God! All right, roll this out to the party.
Okay, I'll roll it out.
As you push it out to the party, you can see kind of moving, standing position, kind of center right in the courtyard from the door leading out of the kitchens. You see Marie standing with Dare, and you see Nathaniel Aldis taking a seat at the largest table in the courtyard. It's kind of raised above, so everyone can always see him at a perfect viewing point for the show. Some of his family, his wife, taking seats with him. And then you see up on the stage, just behind the curtain, you can see kind of like Max looking out as everyone is getting ready for things. Is there anything you want to do, or do you just want to head back to the position they put you in for now?
No, I'll just head. Did he tell me where to put the barrel when I got it outside?
No, they didn't. He didn't. He just told you to push it out to them. It's pretty obvious that like the bar area outside is probably where it should be.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just carry it over to the bar area and then head back to wherever they had me waiting for instructions.
You stand back at the kitchen as they're racing around cooking things, one of them glaring at you because you're just standing there again. And then we cut to the stage. And for your entertainment tonight, noble Mr. Aldis, we have none other than the most wondrous magician in all the land. A master of mystery. A wielder of great and ancient powers. A guy with a pet rabbit. Maximilian the Magnificent! And he steps out of the way. Crowd cheers. Brandon runs out to whatever position you usually tell him to go to. And Max, how would you like to open the show?
So there'll be a shower of sparks over the stage, and Max will step out, flourishing his cape with one hand and waving his cane in the other, and say, welcome to the first performance since his return to Aethergarde of Maximilian Copernicus de Valor, a name which, after tonight, I wager you shall never forget. Be prepared to have your mind bewildered and astounded by what you are about to see. For my first trick, I shall need a volunteer who is brave enough, who has the courage to participate in the first act of magic tonight.
Oh, here! And Maria is going to shove you forward while chuckling.
Ah, excellent. Yes, you, sir, in the fine waistcoat.
just head up there. All right.
Excellent. Yes. Right up on the stage, right over here. Now, what is your name, dear sir?
I am Dr. Waltz.
Dr. Waltz. A round of applause for Dr. Waltz, and he'll mime clapping.
Marie claps loudly. Go easy on him.
Oh, never fear, my dear. He is in no danger. Now, Mr. Waltz, how do you feel about animals?
They're alright, I guess. Although I specialize in people.
Well, that's good. People need doctors too, now and then. However, for your participation in tonight's show, I am going to have you help me conjure an animal. Now, what is your favorite animal? And he's going to mouth behind his hand.
Well, I had a pet rabbit as a boy.
Wonderful. Rabbits are easy. Now. And he's going to clap his hands twice, and Brandon is going to bring over a large sheet. And
Here you go, boss.
Max is going to say, now, the best way to summon a rabbit is with a carrot. And he's going to say, now, does anybody happen to have a carrot? And he's going to look around the crowd. And he's going to pick... Are there any kids present?
Yeah, there definitely are.
Okay. He's going to pick a boy near the front, something like 10 or 12 or so. Just whoever's close. He's going to say, yes, you there, young man. And he's going to hop down off the stage using his cane to support himself. And he's going to say, I believe I caught a whiff of carrot from you. And then he's going to lean in close and sort of wave the head of his cane over the boy, and then reach into the boy's shirt pocket and pull out a carrot and say, aha, there it is. Thank you very much, young man. He's going to pat him on the head and then hop back up on the stage. And then he's going to set the carrot down on his little table that Brandon has set up, and then motion for Brandon, who throws the sheet over it. And he's going to say, now, Dr. Waltz, have you ever performed any magic before?
I can't say that I have. No. What should I do?
Well, then this should be a very exciting evening for you. All you have to do is repeat the magic words after me, and you will have cast your first spell. Ready? It's very simple. 3 words. Abra-cadabra, alakazam. Can you say that for me?
Abra-cadabra, alakazam.
Very good. Just like that. You've got the pronunciation just right, doesn't he, ladies and gentlemen? Now, all you've got to do is say that and put a little of your mind behind it. Close your eyes, think of a rabbit, and say the words again.
Abra-cadabra, alakazam.
And while he says the words, Max is going to wave his cane in the air above both of their heads, such that, and it causes his cape to sort of fly up in the air again. And then as soon as Daria finishes, he's going to suddenly cast camouflage in him, so he turns invisible, and then pull the sheet away with the same motion, so that Daria appears to disappear, and there's a small white rabbit wearing a waistcoat and tie that looks very much like his sitting on the table.
We cut into the crowd, and Maria, who's kind of like holding a wine glass, pretending to be drunk, turns to the woman next to her and says, I think it's kind of an improvement.
Damn.
What do you do with the rabbit afterwards? Just let him run out.
So so he pulls the sheet off, and the rabbit is just there munching on the carrot. And he says, oh, my, he must have said something wrong. We were just supposed to conjure a rabbit, not turn him into one. Oh my, this is very embarrassing. Well, let me think about let's go on with the show if you don't mind, and I'll work on how to fix this, and I'll just kind of pat the rabbit on the hand. Don't worry, dear doctor. We'll get you back right as rain in no time. Here, I know. Let's move on to another trick, and he'll go on with his next spiel.
Yeah. Brandon takes out some like carrots and kind of leads the rabbit away as like it's part of the act. And As the crowd is clapping, you would notice that Aldis kind of watches it. He looks impressed for a man who doesn't often show what he's thinking on his face, and he stops and he claps with everybody else. V, as this was happening, you overhear one of the guards. You think it was Spencer. He's seeming pretty drunk at this point. Telling one of the cooks not to tell anybody else, but there's a big surprise fireworks show planned for the end of the party, and they've got all the fireworks stored at the back corner of the storeroom in a couple crates. Max, as you're continuing about your show, go ahead and make a wisdom study test for me.
Okie dokie.
Highest target number is 14.
Wisdom, not wits.
Yes, unfortunately, this one is wisdom. This is like you scanning your whole surroundings.
Okie dokie. Oh, oops.
I just want to like kind of give you like, you might like notice some things while you're doing the show. You're smart enough to kind of case the place while you do that. Okay. All right.
6.
Okay. You notice that as the show has continued, the major domo has moved from his position at the gate where he was managing things to kind of standing behind Aldis and some of the more important figures. He's definitely not really paying attention to your show. He's more like watching the people that were invited that seem to be like the ones that are like really important to Aldis and making sure that Aldis and them are like having a good time. You also notice that both the bartenders that are working the courtyard are constantly having to cover for each other because one or the other is almost always ducking into the kitchen storage area. You would imagine it's because they're like taking turns leaving the area so they can like take hits of aether dust or something, because they're both moving around like they're kind of just drugged out. Okay,
great. Mm-hmm.
All right, you continue your show, and as you're doing that, we are going to cut away to our thieves. All right. The two of you slip down the ladder, and you end up in a large, kind of dusty attic space that has what looks like a short set of stone steps in the corner that lead down in a very sharp angle and then cut out of sight to what looks like probably the third floor of the building. And there's a lot of light coming from the bottom of those steps, so it's probably like dumping out into like a hallway or something. There are some like crates and stuff laying around in here. There's also some like tossed out like sheets, like maybe some people have slept in here in the past, like servants who didn't have anywhere to sleep. But generally, it seems like a mostly ignored area of the building.
Nothing of value inside the crates that we could tell just by...
You would need to... These crates are like shipping crates, so they're basically waiting for somebody to like crowbar them open.
Gotcha.
So it's hard to tell without breaking into them.
It's not going to be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
That depends on your character build.
It's true. Tempting, but I don't think what we are looking for is in a crate.
I agree. They may not be worth making a noise and drawing attention.
I can almost guarantee where this research is being kept, there will be much more juicier treasures there as well.
I agree. Can I move towards the doorway, and then I'll turn on my heat vision and see if there's anybody behind the door within 2 range bands?
So you're like walking partway down the steps and like trying to like scan the area with the heat vision, basically?
Yeah, I want to see if there's anybody right inside the doorway that will detect us if we sneak in there.
Okay. There is a guard, and he is pacing the upstairs, walking back and forth, crossing the path that you're going to dump out. It looks like he's got a good distance to walk either way, based upon how you're tracking his heat, so you could wait until he's walked this way or this way, and you'd have at least a few seconds before he would turn around.
I'll raise my fist so that Phil sees me, and I'll point one finger, and then I'll just kind of indicate that he's moving back and forth. And once he moves out of the 2 range bands, that's when I'll try and test the doorknob and see if we can get in that way.
You, it's not. There's no doorknob. It
Okay.
opens out into the hall.
Okay.
So
yeah,
like,
once he's out of my
through.
field, once he's out of my range, I can't see him anymore. I know at least he's moved 2 range bands. I'll sneak into the room or into the space that he's in.
When you step out off that last step, you're in a red carpeted hall. He's walked this way and he's looking out a window down into the garden. You could see a couple room doors on either side of him. And when you look right, the hall leads to an end where there's a large braced heavy wooden door that looks like it leads into like probably the largest room on this floor, and then it wraps around into the stairs that go down to the second floor. So this is like the home gets smaller and smaller the higher up you go. It kind of like towers off to the bell tower peak. So there's only like 3 places up here, which is probably why they only put 1 guard here. But you can definitely tell that door on the side that the stairs are at is like an important area.
Yeah, that makes sense. When V was, well, I guess we wouldn't know. Well, we case joint though. Would we know like how often guard changes are? Like when do they replace these guards, or do they? Did we learn that information?
To be honest with you, you're fairly certain that there's not usually this many guards. A lot of these people have also probably been hired for the party.
Sure. Okay. I guess just when we were watching it, did we see any guard changes or anything like that?
There probably were things that were like guard changes, but these guys are more like dudes that were hired for the day and are basically just expected to work until they're told to go home.
Okay, for sure. Then they're probably not. Somebody's probably going to check on them, but they're probably not going to expect to change. So we might have a little bit more time.
Yeah, we've got a window to toss him up in the attic, I imagine, and tie him up if you want to do that.
That's so. This one looks like he was recently hired. Maybe we knock him out and tie him up
to
as
be
well.
this rich, he says to himself as he's looking out the window.
Would you like to knock him out, or should I?
I could if you want. Flex my. So yeah, he'll like crack. He'll like not crack. He'll like go to crack his fingers and realize it probably make noise and stop. And then he'd pull like the cane out of his belt, and he would kind of get down like.
I'm gonna ready a dagger just in case something goes bad.
I'm just now picturing William like Scooby-Doo sneaking up on this guy with his cane in his hand, ready to bonk the guy over the head.
Absolutely. Attack roll, not a stealth roll.
No, you're fine sneaking up on him. I want to see whether or not you can take him out in a single hit.
Yeah. 18.
That is a crit. He slumps to the ground in front of the window. When you look out the window, after he falls, when you take a peek, you can see V downstairs carrying the barrel from the outside of the storeroom through the storeroom into the kitchen, and you can see one of the guards stopping and looking around and then ducking off over to one of the trees and drinking from his flask.
Okay, for sure. I will. I'll kind of like I'll strike him, and then I'll use the cane and I'll kind of sweep on the legs to make him fall backwards and like catch him so he doesn't hit the floor with a huge thud, and bring him down to the ground.
Carl will meet him with the rope and the shackles, and then help him go up the stairs with the guy.
You guys
Grab
like
his feet
Yeah,
or
we can
whatever.
put him.
drag him up the stairs in the attic.
Mhm.
Okay. And coming back down, there's the 2 doors on either side of the window, and then there's the big door across. Or you
Can
can keep
I
going
just go?
downstairs.
Can I go to the 2 rooms and see if they're locked? See if either one of them are like unlocked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that real quick.
Yeah, they
Not
both
jiggle,
they-
move it.
yeah, they're both unlocked.
Okay. I'll twist it and I won't open it yet, and I'll go to the second one, try that one also unlock, and then I'll come back and I'll say both unlocked. Worth looking into, maybe.
Agreed. I'm gonna engage my my heat vision again and try and sweep the rooms within 2 range bands for heat sources.
No, you're not noticing any other heat sources other than like oil lamps.
Sure.
They appear to be empty. We should investigate.
I'll immediately turn around and without saying anything else and go to the far one quietly and listen to see if I think there's going to be squeaking and stuff, and just open it and like take a look inside.
It is a cleaned and prepared guest room. It's got a little foot chest and a fairly thin but plush bed, and with like a little table next to it, and then like it's already got like a little side table set out with clean water in it.
Okay, but nobody's stuff.
It doesn't look like it's been touched.
All right.
Is there a window?
There is a window.
Car's gonna walk over to the window and see where that's facing on the building, and if the window is locked, possible escape.
The window is locked, but you could unlock it if you wanted. It's looking out over a section of the garden that the other window doesn't cover. And you would notice that as the party is going, as you peek out this window, a carriage pulls up to the side gate from this viewpoint, and an elderly man steps out with 2 what look like large bodyguards closely flanking him, and they're taking the side path through the garden up towards the house.
This appears to be a VIP.
Oh, good call. Oh, I forgot to tell you. When I took out that one other guy, I saw V. He is okay, carrying barrels and looking to be in good health. Well,
That is good.
as good as he could be.
Still dead.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I would have looked out the window the same way, but like come back out of my room that I looked at. Close the door quietly.
This could be a
Reported
point
back.
of escape later. And there is a carriage there, unattended now that the man and his bodyguards have left it.
Well, that is a far drop, but in an emergency, it's good to know. And then, yeah, why don't we go check out that much more interesting door at the end of that hall?
Agreed. I will follow you.
Yeah, well,
The
sneak
2 of
around.
you.
We'll go up to the side of the wall and stick our noses around the outside, and he'll pop us over mine, more Scooby-Doo style. And then, yeah, it's
When
cool.
you reach the large door, it does appear to be locked. It's got like a key inset.
Oh shit! We should have looked for a key on that guy. Maybe one of these will work.
Yeah, well, let's...
Let's try these first, and then I'll go back and see if he's got.
You try the
I
key
honestly
that you
think
haven't used, or the key that you have used.
Probably haven't.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It doesn't really look like it should fit the door.
No.
To be honest,
What about
it
the
looks
one
like
we
it's
have?
probably meant
Either
for
one?
a chest. That one also
Oh.
doesn't really look like it would fit it, but you can try if you want.
I want to break a key off it, and that's the only problem. Hmm.
Would the key work
I'm
in the
going-
footlocker? In the room?
Was there a chest in each room?
There was a footlocker by each of the beds, but they were like liftable.
Oh, never mind.
So
I'm gonna without saying anything, I'm gonna look at the door, look at the key, without saying anything, go back into the guy we just brained, and see if he's got keys on him.
he does not.
Oh, does he have anything else on his outer coat that's interesting?
He's got a few demarks in his pocket. He was carrying a pretty big knife blade on the back of his belt, and he also had like a revolver at his side.
Oh, I will leave the marks because I heard this guy talk about rich people. I'm not gonna steal from someone who's
An
not
aspiring rich person. Oh, sure.
The guard, probably not. But I will take the revolver.
We should definitely disarm him. I did not realize he had a revolver.
We got too excited about taking him out. And he'll take, and this, and he'll pull the blade out.
May I have that dagger?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so no keys. I think we should... Oh, I don't want to break it off, but maybe we use this new knife blade that was not even ours in the first place, in case we do break it off.
I
It's
agree.
not a padlock, is it? It's like in the door.
Yeah, it's like a keyhole that's inset into the
Sure.
into the knob frame.
Is the frame of the door made of wood? Can we jam the dagger through the side and kind of push back the locking mechanism?
Yeah, it's a pretty heavy wood, but yeah, you could try to.
I mean, Car will be committing a crime, so it will reduce the difficulty of it.
True.
Perhaps you should make sure that no one comes up the stairs.
I will keep watch.
And I'll try and, as quietly as possible, stick the dagger in there.
Make an agility coordination against a target number of 30.
Ooh.
And reduced with a little. That's reduced with my
Your thing's going to reduce
crime?
to 27.
Okay. Shoot.
I don't think I have anything to help you with this, my guy.
Yeah.
Use
I don't-
momentum to reduce it to 24 if you want.
I would still need to roll two 12s. Yeah, I would
Do
still
you
need
not
to roll.
have like a lockpick?
I don't have a lockpick on me. He doesn't lockpick. He's an assassin droid. Like,
For the sake of learning information from this attempt that you're clearly going to fail, you sink the dagger in to try to jam it, and then just as you put pressure on the pull, you feel the weight lift off. It's like confusing almost, like the balance of the dagger changed. And when you pull the dagger back out, from the point up to the length that you stuck in has been completely vaporized away.
Oh!
It is just not there, like clean gone.
I appear to have broken the dagger.
Oh, I don't
disappeared.
know if that is broke. Wow. Well, I think we have found where we need to be. Nothing is protected that well. That is not meant to not be taken. You want to maybe use your flashback to get a lockpick?
A lockpick.
And that's up to you.
Before we do that, could I go out the window and climb along the edge of the building and climb in that? I'm kind of feeling like I'd be better at that. I don't have a lockpick skill. I'll be just taking a hard negative on that regardless. Perhaps I could navigate the outside of the building and climb in through an adjacent window.
I'll go down a couple of the steps and look where the room would lead. Is there windows in this staircase? To the outside?
There isn't really a way for you to get a vantage point. You would just need to either go up top and climb down, or climb out one of the hall windows.
Can we climb out that bedroom, the spare bedroom window?
You could do that.
Perhaps we can climb out. I can climb out the spare bedroom window.
I think you have shown that you are perfectly capable of making that climb.
I just don't want to give up our thing if we could do something else.
I agree. Yeah,
Although
that's fine.
I may be being vaporized as I try and climb through this window.
Fuck, I don't have anything to test for magic.
All right. I'm going to let you guys think about this, and we're going to cut back downstairs. Durasane, you've been turned invisible. What are you doing? What's the plan?
First things first, sneak away from the stage, try to find private house areas.
Cool.
Of the
Roll
space.
an agility coordination against a target number of 8. It's going to go down to 5 because you are invisible.
7.
Okay. Yeah, you've successfully snuck away from the crowd as the show is continuing. Do you want to sneak around into the garden, or do you want to sneak directly into the kitchen? Or do you want to try to go through the main doors that are behind where Aldis is sitting?
I imagine those are closed, right?
That would be the hardest point of entry for sure.
I'm gonna go what seems to be the easiest point of entry.
Okay. That would probably be like walking through the kitchen.
Okay, yeah. I'll go that way and see if I can find my way
As you
through.
hit the arch of the kitchen and step in, you would see a couple cooks furiously working and sending some people outside with some food, and V kind of just standing off to the side, waiting for something to do. There's an arch with a set of steps that lead into the house that's got a couple guards at it. And then there's a door ahead of you that leads out into the garden. This is great because you guys came up with the invisibility thing when V wasn't there. So he does not know about this part of the plan.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's great.
He was already at the place, so he does not know. Keep going. I'll be right back.
I would go talk to V, but I don't know that I could trust V to not just blurt out speaking right now.
Oh, V would probably freak the fuck out if he just suddenly heard your voice out of nowhere. Not like
The
yelling
people that are
out.
in here are pretty busy. They're like working and stuff.
Mhm.
And he's on the far side of the room from the guards. So you could probably try to sneak a conversation if you want.
Yeah, if V looks like he's by himself, I'll sneak up to you. Just whisper close to your ear. V, don't move. It is me. I am invisible right now.
How did you get in my head?
We can
You
discuss
like
that later.
see Cecil and Gladys or something?
Yes, they are very sweet. I'm going to be looking around the house. You just stay here. If you hear me screaming, come and find me.
There's some fireworks outside in the storeroom that we could set off if we need a distraction.
If you hear me screaming, set off the fireworks.
Okay.
It will distract everyone. In your time here, have you found which way leads into the house proper?
Yeah, it's those stairs over there, and I'll point to the arch at the back of the kitchen.
Alright.
That goes up to the second floor that nobody's supposed to go into. And one of the guards got yelled at going into the library.
Well, that sounds like where I need to find. Keep up the good work.
His name was Spencer. I don't know if he has a key or not.
I don't know if that will help me, but thank you.
Okay.
I'll wander off towards those stairs. Let's try and
Okay.
find the library.
You do need to. You are invisible, so you are heavily advantaged, but you do need to sneak between those two guards. So I need one more agility coordination from you. It's going to be another 8. That's down to a 5. Ooh,
13.
oops. Yeah, you creep upstairs. Well, up that set of steps, which leads through a side passage into the main ballroom of Aldis Manor. And as you enter that space and begin to investigate, we're going to cut back outside as Marie gets herself a drink, another drink. She sipped on one for as long as she could, inconspicuously, and then she dumped it into a plant and went and refilled. And I'm going to say that there's been a little intermission called before they lead into your final magic trick of the night. And you can use that time to mill about a little bit if there's anything you'd like to investigate or do before you have to go back to perform. Thanks. If you have no specific ideas, go ahead and just make a charisma persuasion test for me. The highest target number is 15, and that will represent you like moving through the crowd, talking to people, doing your kind of thing.
Sounds like a plan. Hmm. 11.
Okay. So, with an 11, you learn that the personal butler who is serving Aldis, his name is Samuel, and his sole purpose for the duration of the party, and really all the time when he's working, is to wait specifically on Aldis and make sure he's satisfied. And he takes orders directly from the Major Domo, who even most of the guests seem to not like, along with the workers you talk to. This worker in particular tells you that the Major Domo has put a great deal of pressure on Samuel to make sure like everything he does tonight is perfect for Aldis.
That makes sense.
Okay. You also learn from gossip from one of the guests that Aldis is said to store quite a large collection of like strange things from around the world. She kind of describes him as he's kind of like one of those weird cultists that believe in all kinds of strange things. And nobody knows exactly where he stores the things. Some people say it's underground. Some people say it's in some property that he owns outside the city. But she has heard that he also is particularly protective of his private study, which is on the 3rd floor. And from what she's been told, there might only even be 2 keys that exist for that study. One of which is always carried by Aldis, and she doesn't know who has the other one.
Of course.
Okay. Max would try to pass this along to the Darius bodyguard if he
Marie?
can manage
Sure.
to like cross paths with Marie.
Yeah. You kind of flag her over and you tell her this. Interesting. It's too bad we didn't have this information before he turned invisible. Let me see what I can do to find some of the others. Unless you can turn me invisible as well.
Max is going to look around and then sort of walk with her and continue having a normal conversation until she's like behind a plant or something, and then turn her invisible too.
I wasn't actually expecting you to be able to do that, but lovely. How long do I have?
1 hour, and then you turn into a pumpkin.
I should get to work. You hear her pad off. You notice after a moment that her like high heels that were part of her dress like are just like sitting in the grass, because as she patted off, she just like took them off basically and dumped them.
Max is just gonna like nudge them with his cane like under a hedge or something so they're less noticeable.
Okay. V. As Max heads back to the stage, you're standing inside watching these cooks go through like full-on anxiety attacks as the dinner feast gets closer.
Like, after 15 seconds of not hearing Dare's voice anymore, I'd head outside to try to find the shed with the fireworks.
Sure.
See if it's locked.
As you walk outside and you feel that cold air hit your skin, you hear a voice say, V. It's definitely Marie.
What the hell is going on? How are you all getting in my head?
I'm not in your head. Maximilian turned me invisible. And then she's going to smack your shoulder.
Oh, that's weird. Why?
Don't worry, you're definitely still crazy. Just not about this.
That's good.
He
I
learned
guess.
something important. There's a private study on the 3rd floor. It has only 2 keys that can access it. It may have what you are looking for in it, or at least clues to where it might be. We're trying to figure out who has the other one, or how to get one off Aldis. Have you...
I can tell you that there was one guard earlier today who got in trouble from the Major Domo for being in the library. So he probably would at least have some way in.
Interesting. Which guard was that?
Spencer. And I'll describe Spencer to her.
You can point at him. He's in the garden.
Oh, he's in the garden? Okay, yeah. I'll point to Spencer.
You can't see it, but she nods her head, and then you'll hear her say, "Good, let's go beat the information out of him." And then you'll just feel her presence kind of leave your side as she's walking towards him.
I'll start walking over with him.
As we pan up from the garden at night, as we see Spencer, the drunk guard, get pulled behind a tree and beginning to get pummeled by V, we flip around and we see the outside of the wall as Carr is like climbing. Phil, are you gonna stay inside and watch the 2nd floor? While he's
I'd probably go back, go in the room that he.
Okay.
Stay in the room, maybe.
Yeah.
Hold the door or something like that.
Do we want to pull the trigger on this?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay. Let's use our flashback.
Okay.
Use his flashback.
We cut back to the planning table.
I am confident in my means in which to infiltrate the facility. I do not have a means in which to detect magical alarms or defenses. Dr. Maximilian, would you have a means in which to do this?
Well, that would be more along the lines of Max's specialty.
He turns and looks at Max. Maximilian, could you help me detect magic?
I don't know if I can do it. 1 second.
There's definitely one way you can do it.
Yep. We've been discussing ideas. There are rumors that certain substances can bring out the innate magic and show it to those individuals that are looking through it. Do you have any spell you can maybe infuse within this item or something?
That might do it. No.
I have seen you use a shard over your eye. Perhaps that would be useful.
Jesse's like, nobody takes my dragon shard.
Sorry, I'm having to find like 3 different things to see if this actually works.
Oh.
Well, we were thinking the dragon shard.
Yeah, we were thinking dragon shard.
Could we borrow the dragon shard for this heist?
Yes.
Did you think?
Yeah,
of
I was
another way
trying
do
to. Well, I was trying to help more than that.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure. Yeah.
well, by all means. We just knew about
I'll
the
let you
dragon
try.
shard, and we were like, "Oh shit, maybe we could use a flashback to have Max let us use that, so we don't get fried as we try to get into this room."
I mean, as we discussed, if we detected magical detection with the shard, we would still be stuck in a shard and a hard
It's
place.
true. It's true.
Because, sorry, you reminded me that I have the spell scripter feature now. So I can create spell scrolls.
That is a good idea, Carton. I am not magically inclined either, really. Basic things, but they are tied to my ancestry, not to any powers I might have. It's a good idea.
I too am only a magical construct, but lack the ability to do magic.
It's a cruel world.
Right.
It's a hard knock
Okay,
line.
equal through it. Okay. Yes. Max would say, yes, I suppose that would be doable. I've just been playing around recently with ways of imbuing magic into writing such that it can be stored in a sense and then activated at a later time. Similar to what I'm doing with the modifications to the carriage. I might be able to whip something up for you. Just give me a few minutes.
Oh, wow, impressive.
That is quite impressive, Maximilian.
Okay, and then Max is going to come back with a scroll for. Oh, I have to roll. What's the? Okay, let me check the roll. Wits and power. Okay, one moment. Cool. Okay. Neat. Okay. So he comes back with one scroll for
That was a good roll.
enhanced sight, which lets you see magic around you. It also gives you dark vision. Magical objects, enchantments, and other magical effects glow softly, revealing that they're magical to you. And one for interrupt power, which lets you dispel things.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
And because I rolled really well on both checks, they both cast at 2 strength higher than normal. The wielder of the spell scroll chooses the additional effects. So you guys can pick what those are when you cast them. They'll both cast at a strength of 3.
Sick.
Dope.
Can we not have climbed out the window then if we had
Yeah,
this?
sure. You come back to the door. Are you using the scroll to give yourself enhanced sight first?
I'll just hand the
How
scroll.
long does
Phil.
it last? I guess we could decide that, huh? Because you can probably make it last for longer.
I would say the
You
level
get
up
to
should be
decide.
able to make it last quite a while. If you wanted it to.
Yeah, you're gonna
It normally
decide which. Sorry. Yeah. Go.
it normally lasts for 10 minutes. At strength 2, it increases to an hour. You can also you can choose an additional target. So as one of the strength boosts, you could both have it if you wanted. I'm looking at the wrong one.
I got it right here. We can give ourselves bright vision or heat vision, but you already have heat vision. That's another. You can spend 1 minute while its power is active to focus on a magical object and identify it. You can increase the range to 2 range bands.
There's no time increase on this. There should be.
No, there's not.
So there's another one cost that lets you increase the duration to an additional hour, like hour by hour.
Okay.
I'm looking at the powers page right now, and it says the duration is 1 hour.
It is an hour.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
saying in the
basically.
additional effects, there's no time increase, and there should be.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, how about a multiple target enhancement? Is that possible for this? Or
Yeah, you could do that. That would probably cost 2.
Oh, probably cost
So
2.
you would.
Okay.
So if you do that, you're not going to be able to do the identifying thing because it's only going to go up to a strength of 3.
Yeah, exactly.
So either both of you can get the main effect, or one of you can get the main effect plus the extra effect.
Just take it, Phil, and then
I
Phil.
do have pretty good knowledge checks. I have four ranks in
I
knowledge.
don't.
So if I needed to, yeah, okay. I
Phil.
will, yeah.
with these scrolls that Maximilian provided, help us in this situation. He
That's right.
fishes them out.
I may not be magically inclined, but I do know how to read. And I will start reading the script to cast the spell.
Rub it in, why don't you?
So you're going to cast
Just your smarty pants over there.
It's a good 4 wisdom, baby.
So you were doing the identify.
I'm just giving him both too because I have a low anything but fat, but
You're doing the
agility.
identify, and then do you want to increase it, or do you want to increase the distance? What do you want to do with the last strength point?
I already have 6 ranges of dark vision, so I don't necessarily need that. I think I will do the time, I guess.
Okay.
Does it only show you as well out to 2 range bands for like the magical auras and stuff? Can you see it only at 2 range bands? Oh, okay.
So,
well,
yeah, I would do that. Because then you
I
can
don't
see
think I need
forward.
more than an hour. Yeah, I don't need more than an hour. We'll do the identify and we'll do the.
Yeah, there's definitely a pretty heavy protection enchantment of some kind on this door. It is of a primal nature.
Okay.
You might be able to interrupt the power. Use interrupt to get rid of the enchantment on the door, which would actually make it pickable. But it wouldn't at a strength of 3. The target number on the interrupt would be 12. So you would have to
And
roll.
what is
You would have to
roll power?
Wait, sorry, what you asked?
Roll. Like what's the roll?
So you would have to roll like wits power in this situation or wisdom power to
wisdom power we can do
to use it. And
wits power would
the
be
target number of
2d4s.
12. You can tell that from the identify before even attempting it.
Sure.
You could,
Yeah, I mean,
when you activate it at strength 3, you could give yourself up to a +2 bonus on that roll with the 2 extra strength points.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's what we're gonna have to do.
Yeah.
Do
You
you
want
have
to
a
momentum?
D12?
Do we have momentum left?
You guys do have 2
Yeah,
momentum.
we do. I have a D12 and a D4 for that. Do you have better?
No.
No. Okay. Then probably gonna
Nah.
be me as
Not
well.
his bag.
I have a wisdom of 1 and a 0 power, so
I do have 4 ranks in wisdom at least.
Right. Are you using
Okay.
momentum?
Yeah. I think it would be wise. I think we don't want this.
we don't want to set the alarm off.
I'm a little cautious, worried that we're going to set an alarm off by despelling or by interrupting, but that's a whole nother. Can't do much about that. If we can't get in the room, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, I will.
I'm going to activate one of those hallway laser grid traps that you have to jump through, like Kung Fu.
Hey, we can do that.
That's in
We
like
got that
every early
unlocked.
2000s horror movie about a house.
The car's just
Yeah,
gonna do.
he's got
he's got
heat vision. We got 4 in agility. We're fine there.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, D12 and a D4.
I just
we go.
imagine
This is
Phil
against the
sliding
9.
under a laser with his butt out.
Oh.
Fuck.
No.
The interrupt power ripples off of the door as the scroll disintegrates, and I need both of you to make an agility coordination test for me.
There really were lasers.
Of course, I rolled great there. 20 for that.
Okay.
I got a 15.
A deep, earthy growl roars from the door as a gout of fire ripples out in the area directly in front of it, and both of you have to dodge to the side as it burns away. Both of you are okay. The door calms, but you hear a voice from below say, "Hey, what was that?" "I don't know. Go check on Steven." And what would the two of you like to do?
Maybe we should go take up space with Steven.
I agree. We should hide in the attic. Perhaps we could ambush them.
Agreed. Yeah, we'll bounce in the attic.
You guys want
as
to run up
quickly
to the
as
attic?
possible.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
As
go.
you duck off back towards the attic, we're going to cut to an
Damn it.
empty ballroom. Good try, guys. Good try. An empty ballroom where an invisible Durasnewald stands. There's a set of stairs that lead up to the second level, as well as some doors that lead to some connecting rooms on the lower level. There's some guards milling about. You notice that there aren't very many of them on the stairs, though. They don't let very many of them upstairs, it seems.
Well, I was told upstairs is where the library is, so I'm going to try and find that, because it sounds important.
Go ahead and make another agility coordination test for me. It's going to be against an 8. You got to roll a 5 again.
10.
Okay. You head up the stairs. Creeping along the path, you have to quickly duck between a guard who's walking by in the wall. You see another guard stop, kind of curiously, at a pair of double doors just off away from the gold railing that lines the upper walkway so you don't fall over into the ballroom. And he presses his ear up against it, kind of quizzically, and then another guard grabs his shoulder and pulls him away. Don't do that. Spencer went in there and he already got in trouble for it, all right? Just get back to your patrol.
I'm going to go up and listen once they leave.
Inside, you hear what sounds like a raspy voice talking, but it's hard to make out the words.
You said this was against a door or part of the wall?
This is like the double doors that lead into another room. You're hearing somebody on the other side in the room.
Very gently test the door. Is it locked?
It's unlocked.
Unlocked. I'll try and crack it just a little bit so I can hear the voices a little better.
Doesn't know the Dewey Decimal System at all. Put it back in the wrong place again. You hear some books being picked up off shelves and reorganized.
I'll try and slip into the library if nobody's right at the door that I can see through the crack.
Yeah, you slip in. This is a large circular room with bookcases carved and crafted to fill it, flowing together into circular walkways to grab texts. You see a large fireplace in the center of the wall that's dominating the middle of the room, and then a long table with several plush chairs as well as some larger lounging chairs. Everything has a soft layer of dust on it here. It's not that it's unused, it's just that when you possess a collection of written works this big, there's always a sense of stillness that builds within it. And you realize what you're looking at is a full-on, softly pale light glowing, translucent figure of a ghost that is milling about this library, caretaking it. As one of the books lifts in his translucent hands and moves it to one of the shelves, he stops. And he swings around, looking at you. Huh. Well, it's been a very long time since I've talked to another dead man. And at that, we're going to cut outside.
Oh, shit.
Max, the show has built to your final trick. How would you like to end your performance before becoming one of the guests and really wow the audience, and especially the birthday boy?
So Max will finish the previous trick he was doing and accept the applause and do a slight bow while Brandon is resetting things up on the stage behind him. And he will say, "Now, ladies and gentlemen, our time grows regrettably short. However, I have, of course, saved my best trick for last. Now, Brandon," and he will gesture for Brandon to come forward, and he brings out this very elaborately carved wooden box with gold leaf and stuff on it, and then he'll open it to Max, and Max will very carefully reach in and take out a very fancy-looking pistol and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, I received this pistol personally from the great Jacques Denard, one of the premier smiths in all of Ardennais, and I will be using it to perform for you my final trick of the evening. I will catch a bullet shot by this gun." and he will say, "Now, some of you in the audience must know something about firearms. You, sir, would you like to inspect the weapon of choice for the evening?"
One of the party goers nods his head, kind of half drunkenly. "Oh, sure, I will." And then you hear a voice say, "No, no, 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 no. I'll inspect it." And Nathaniel Aldis stands up from his seat, slinking around his table and walking through the crowd, stepping up on the stage. "After all, I've been enjoying the show quite a bit."
Ah, the men of the evening. A round of applause, everyone. And happy birthday, sir.
"Thank you." He'll offer a hand for the pistol.
Max will prefer it to him.
He inspects it. Max, he inspects it like a person who understands a pistol fairly well. And after he's done turning it over and back... Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
After he's done turning it over and back, do you think he would need to roll for this, or does this look like a legitimate pistol?
It looks like a legitimate pistol. Max was talking up the quality. It's made to look really nice, but like for someone who knows firearms, it's not obviously not the most effective pistol. But
Sure.
There's no like tricks to it.
And then he'll offer it back to you. "It looks good to me. Did you need a shooter?"
Max would say, "Why, indeed I do. Are you volunteering?"
"I think I am. You'll find nobody at this party with better aim than me."
"I am quite certain. In that case, you may hang on to that. And then one more round of applause for our volunteer, everyone."
The crowd erupts and applauds.
And then he'll say, "Now, if you wouldn't mind just standing there across the stage from me," and Brandon will like move over and like point to the exact spot.
He'll look at Brandon and look at you and then kind of chuckle as he walks back to the spot.
And then Max will say, "Excellent, excellent," and he will move to the opposite edge of end of the stage, and he says, "Now, I trust that this meager distance will prove no challenge of accuracy for a marksman such as yourself."
"I think I'll be fine."
"Excellent, excellent. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as promised, for my final trick, our dear Lord Aldis here is in a moment going to fire this fine pistol at me, and I am going to catch the bullet from that gun, and perhaps more impressively, I will survive the incident intact. Now, should something go wrong, I wish for you to say the magic words that I taught our dear unfortunate doctor," and he'll point to the rabbit who's on a stool on the edge of the stage, "earlier this evening, and that should set everything right as rain. Now let's practice together. Everybody on 3. 1, 2, 3. Abracadabra, alakazam." And he'll get the crowd to say it with him.
Yeah, they all kind
Excellent,
of
excellent. Just a precaution, mind you. I've done this many times before, and have never had any troubles. But never hurts to be safe. Now, Lord Aldis, sir, if you are ready."
"When you are," and he'll cock back the hammer as he raises the pistol. "Any last words?"
Max will say, Well now, I don't think I shall need to be saying those quite yet. I've still got more show to do."
He's going to chuckle. "As you wish." And then he kind of squares his stance, and he's going to pull the trigger.
Okay, so he pulls the trigger, and Max clutches his chest and staggers back and falls off into the curtains to one side of the stage, presumably to a gasp from the audience. And
yeah,
then
100%. Aldis is just watching you, though, with the cocked head.
He tumbles and knocks things over so that the curtain comes off and falls on him, and then Brandon runs over in shock and stands looking down at the mess of curtains as if he's unable to figure out what to do. And then he looks up at the audience and he says, "Wait, you know what to do. We've got to say the magic words." And then he's going to lead the audience through saying abracadabra, alakazam together.
Abracadabra, alakazam.
And he's going to crouch down and he's going to pull away the curtain to reveal that there's no Max on the stage underneath it. And then as soon as he does and the audience reacts and starts wondering where he went, then there's going to be a shower of blue sparks from the back of the crowd, and Max is going to be standing there with his cape flourished and his cane up in the air, and then holding a bullet in the other hand up for the crowd to see.
The crowd goes ballistic as they see you appearing alive again. Aldis chuckling as he stands back.
Max is going to say, "And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am the magnificent Maximilian Copernicus de Valor. I wish you all a good night." And he'll bow and then retreat from the crowd.
The crowd continues clapping. Those of you operating inside can hear the crowd as the trick builds to a crescendo, celebrating the end of the show. As that dies down and the crowd starts to mill about and meals start getting taken out and things like that, Aldis will smile at you and he'll walk up and hand you the pistol. A very good show.
Max will bow slightly as he accepts the pistol and say, "Thank you. You are too kind, my lord."
It's not often you get to see a real magician. And then he'll just walk away.
Hell yeah.
Max will say, just under his breath as the guy walks away, no, certainly not. Especially not from Oliver the Omnipotent. And then he'll wander off to mingle in the crowd.
Okay. Let's see. As the show ends and you wander off, you wander off to mingle in the crowd, and our thieves upstairs have once again been thwarted by this door. We're going to cut to V. V, where you were standing up position inside, you've watched the mingling continue, the food come out, Aldis do some eating and mingling. Eventually, though, you notice that walking through the kitchen from the side door that leads in from the garden area is a thin, elderly man with two very close guards standing just behind either one of his shoulders. He stops and he surveys, and one of the guards at the arch looks at him and waves him on, pointing up the stairs. They continue that way. And shortly after they disappear, Nathaniel Aldis walks in, surveying the scene. His eyes fall on the guards, and one of them nods their head, pointing in the direction that other group went. And then his eyes fall back to you. You're the one we hired yesterday. I remember you. Those same gleaming eyes that you remember from the day before.
Yes, sir.
You look like you need something to do. Want to make a few extra dacotes?
What would you need me to do?
Whatever I tell you to do.
Okay. What happened with us beating the shit out of Spencer?
You're back in position. Oh, yeah. I apologize. Let's cut to that really quick because you would have been there for that scene. So when you pulled Spencer behind the tree and you punched him a few times, she's like keeping her invisibility, so she's observing. So she's going to foolishly stay silent and see how you interrogate him.
I'll as I get him into the behind the bushes, Okay, do you have my hand over his mouth? Okay, I'm gonna take my hand off as long as you don't yell. I won't hurt you, okay? Does he, like, nod?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll slowly pull my hand away. My other fist is, like, raised for if he decides to yell, I'll just real quick pop him and knock him out.
This is supposed to be an easy gig.
Do you have keys to the library?
Oh, the library was unlocked. Why are you asking me about the library, man? Aren't you one of the workers? What are you doing?
I mean, I think there's something important in the library.
There's probably a bunch of important things everywhere in this fucking house, man. Have you seen it?
That's true. I mean, only the kitchen and the garden and the courtyard.
If I were you, I'd be looking for that cellar, man. They won't let any of us go down there. If there's anywhere that's important, it's somewhere in that cellar.
The cellar? It'd be a weird place to store information. Do you have a
Wait, are
key
you
to
gonna
the
kill
cellar?
me? No, I don't have a key to the cellar.
No, I won't kill you. Can I?
An invisible boot cracks this guy across the face, and he goes unconscious. That man was useless.
Yeah, I guess the library is probably not where they're keeping it. You should probably go let Dare know I sent him up to the library.
Alright, I'll go find him. You just act casual.
Oh. It's up the stairs in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, and hide this guy somewhere.
Yeah, I'll take him back behind, like, even, like, further into the bushes where, like, nobody would be able to see him.
As you do that, just so you know, you do see a small shed off to the side with an open door.
Okay, I'll put him in the shed.
Okay. The fireworks are in there.
Perfect. I was going to try and use Spencer as a scapegoat if I had to set off the fireworks anyway.
Okay.
That's great. He's already there.
Now we cut back to you being in position.
Okay. I imagine I, like, walk out and I'm standing there for, like, a second when they come through. So I'm, like, little nervous about the fact everybody's coming here right as I hit a body.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I can make a few coats.
I think you can manage it. And he'll head between the guards and wait for you to come with him.
I'll follow.
The two guards also turn and follow. And the three of you walk through the floor of the ballroom to a set of depreciating steps that lead down through some pillars to the cellar door, which one of the guards opens. Walking in, you see a dimly lit chamber full of old barrels, crates, and other things that have been stored for some time, chests as well. That thin figure is standing there as all of you enter, and Aldis smiles. He nods to the two guards, and they walk back to the door. And then he looks to the figure. Okay. Where is it? And he looks to the figure and he says, District Councilor Chambliss, I'm glad you made it tonight. We have the things you were looking for in the vault, if you are ready to collect them. Though, I must admit, they were not easy to smuggle into the city. Chambliss looks at you with thin eyes and then back to him. Good, let's see it. And he walks to the side to where some of the barrels are, and you see him reach back between the structure of, like, wooden supports and pull on something, and they slide to the side as a hidden vault door is revealed. Just this way. The two guards step up to the door and roll back the wheel grip, and it slides to the side as a carved path leads deeper down into another chamber, hidden, buried beneath this manor house. As the Chambliss and the guards walk in and his guards stand at the door, he turns and he looks at you and he says, "Be ready. I'm the one that's paying you." And he'll head down the steps.
I'll turn to the guards. Does that mean he wants me to follow him or stand here at the ready?
Yes, it does, you fucking moron. Where'd he even find you?
I was hired to be a day laborer.
Just get down there.
I'll follow.
Okay. And as they disappear downstairs, and our invisible figures wander the mansion, and our thieves try to decide what move they're going to make next, I think we should take our break. I think we should go to the thieves, because it's been a while since we've seen them. The two of you are hiding in the attic. You hear somebody patrolling below. And then you hear them walk back towards the steps and say, "I don't think he's up here anymore." And somebody else downstairs on the second level saying, "That doesn't make any sense. He must have wandered off somewhere." And they're like talking a level below you guys again.
We are hiding on opposite sides of the entrance to the attic, I think.
Doesn't sound like they're investigating the attic.
I mean, I'll catch your eye and just kind of make a gesture like we wait.
Car like points towards the entry we came in, and points like towards maybe we could peek in the window of the room that we were able to look in.
I'll I'll nod my head.
So you guys want to go back out onto the upper area on the roof?
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can't peek in from through the window.
Sure.
Not a bad idea. To the rooms we looked in, or to the study?
The one that we couldn't get into.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
So you head back out onto the roof, and then you climb down, and you start to climb the side of the building. You do eventually reach a window that's definitely looking into the study. It's a lush private study with a big, perfectly carved oak desk. You notice that there's a piece of paper at the center of the desk, and there's a quill dipping itself in an ink bottle and then writing on it.
That's cool.
Bill, are you still able to see magic?
Are you climbing along the building with him?
Yeah, I'll climb with him. I'm pretty good.
He could climb, or he could just hang on to me.
It's
like
definitely magical.
Yeah. Looking around the room, it's 2 range bands. How much in this room? Is this like a treasure trove of magic in here?
There's a bunch of random magical things in here. Like there's some things on the bookshelves that appear to be pinging magical. There's things in the drawers of the desk that are pinging magical. The quill and ink is.
Okay.
Is the window magical?
Yes, the windows are laced with magic.
Does it feel the same as what was on the door? Is it just like over the
you
whole
don't know
room?
100% for sure unless you like hung on the wall and like thoroughly identified it, but it does seem similar.
Yeah. I mean, I can sense if it's primal or anything, right? Is it the same? If this first one was primal.
Most of the windows seem to be arcane.
Arcane? Okay. Well,
but they're definitely like defensive enchantments.
Well, we do not be able to seem to make entry. Perhaps we should look for the others. I believe Maximilian's show is over. He may be able to get an entry.
So wait for his dogs to stop barking.
Hold, please. Yes, well, everything in there's a lot of magic here. It makes sense that he wanted to guard this thing. It looks like a study or a private reading room. There are magical things everywhere, including on these windows. It does not feel like the fire-spitting door necessarily, but it feels more arcane, still more harder to get into. We might need to find the person with that key, or link up with the others and try something else.
Agreed. Perhaps we should look for them.
I think the way they are is down.
Well, we know approximately where Maximilian would be. We know where the stage area was.
Yes.
Right. We also knew from your casing that there was didn't we all know that there's nobody on the second floor? That nobody was on the second floor? Or was that a V? Was that something a V?
No, there's definitely guards on the second floor.
Okay.
This is a conundrum.
I'm wondering if we just start going around and looking through windows like creepers and seeing if we find our guys.
I mean,
except for two of them are invisible.
Yeah, we
And
don't
one
know.
of them just went down into the cellar that apparently nobody ever goes into.
Yeah, we assumed that those two are probably invisible, right? Because that was part of the prior planning. But we don't know anything about the other shit.
Dare being invisible was.
Oh, that's right. We only know. Okay. So, oh man.
You could climb down a level. There's more windows on the second level.
Maybe we
Went out
climb
the
down and
windows
test.
so quickly.
Yeah, Car will just lower us down and see if we can peek in through the next set of windows.
Sure. You latch the hook and you lower down the next set of windows. It's pretty direct 1-to-1 lineup. And as you finish lowering down, a guard is looking directly out the window at you.
Fuck.
What the? He slumps to the ground.
Oh, what's fortuitous luck?
The window
You got
opens.
sleepy right now.
The window opens. What the fuck are you doing outside the window?
Yeah, Car immediately went to heat vision. Can I see?
Yeah, Marie is standing there.
Okay. Well, that was lucky.
Well, I could probably see her too,
Mhm.
right? She has an invisibility enchantment over her. Would that show?
I'm gonna say in this situation, no, you can't.
No, okay, that's fine. I will trust that it is a friend standing right here and not someone else we need to take out.
She spoke to us, though, right?
Yeah.
Marie,
I probably don't recognize the voice.
we have failed in gaining entry into the study. It is magically protected. And Car's just going to slide in the window that she just opened.
Yeah.
She sidesteps.
Yes. It seems as though there is much magic in that place on the third floor. A study of sorts.
No, it's whatever is important is down below. That much I learned from V before we parted.
Oh.
However, I'm looking for Dare, who was looking for the library. And, unfortunately, he is also invisible.
Oh, right.
Perhaps
Well,
the two
you
of you should
saw-
try to find a way below, if you can, or take out some of the guards. I'm going to try to locate them.
I'm going to look at you and I'm going to say quietly, you could see her, no? Can you see the good doctor anywhere near?
He'll scan. Yeah, I
Not
only have
within
2 range bands.
Sure.
There is a guard. There is a guard directly outside the door of this room patrolling them.
Car just points at that door. And I'm going to creep up and slowly open the door.
He's got his back to you turned right now.
He's just going to snatch him up and try and choke him out.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Uh, 17.
Yeah, you drag him in and shut the door and knock him unconscious and lay him out in the room.
That was very good. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I could have killed him as well. But Phil doesn't like it.
What?
We understand that you can kill people. We get it.
We heard it a lot during the meeting. I will always make sure to introduce you as my friend, the Killer Construct.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You could also call me Carr.
Huh, Carr, the Killer Construct. Anyways, there's more guards outside in the hall. So be careful when you're moving about.
You said something about below. Is there mayhaps a cellar in this place? Or just a basement?
There's a staircase near some pillars in the ballroom. That much I saw on my way here.
Do we know from me casing that there's a point of entry into the ballroom that would be more accessible from where we're at than going through the house?
Possibly, but the windows were closed, so...
Well...
Also, it might just be better to go... This is probably on the same side of the house as, like, the back entrance anyways, right? It's not the ballroom's, like, on the opposite side of the house? From where we are?
The side entrance leads through the storeroom, then through the kitchen, and then into the ballroom.
Yeah. All right, well... I think we can probably make our way down there. Looks like we are going farther from an exit. You should find the doctor.
Agreed.
Let's see what I can do. The door opens by itself and then closes by itself quietly.
We'll start stealthing towards the ballroom direction.
Go ahead and make agility coordination test for me. As you exit out into the open hallway, the rails, you can see the ballroom below. You would basically just need to hop them and drop down.
That's a 12, but I have that reduction since we're creeping around doing a crime.
What'd you get?
I got an 11.
Okay. Cutting away from all of you, inside of the library. Sorry. The ghost looks at you.
I take a few steps away and see if they track me moving.
He turned and he spoke to you before we scene cut. He definitely is like watching you as you move back and forth.
Well, I take it you can see me then.
I have a keen eye, even when you are camouflaged.
I see.
Name is Abner Crane.
And how long have you been in this library?
In this library, I have been here for... I'm not even sure how long. What year is it?
I give him the year.
It's 1888.
1888.
Well over 100 years now. Something of a trap, this library is. Well, at least my soul is bound to it. Guess they needed a very useful librarian very badly.
It does not look like very many people come in here.
For the most part, it is off limits. Nathaniel prefers his private collection remain private, even as large as it's getting. And this is large. This is even larger than your collection.
It is quite impressive in here. Is anything new?
Anything new? Yes, I think so. But, what are you? Are you part of the Coven of the Noctis Knights, or one of the other groups of vampires in the city?
I am my own man.
Interesting. I take it you haven't been a vampire very long. They don't tend to like individuals running around without any, connection to one of the families. At least that's what I've learned from reading the history of the vampires in Aethergarde and its local locales. Books 12 through 24, of course. The
first 11 were lost in the burning of the Library of Elks.
You wouldn't happen to have anything on the Aetherblight in here?
Interesting you should ask. There was something added to the library recently. Some personal journals written by a doctor who was suffering from the disease and died over the course of his research. A very sad set of works. Might I recommend some traditional fairy tales instead?
Your recommendation is noted, but I would prefer to read about the Aetherblight.
I see. Well, it is here, but again, unfortunately, as a soul-bound servant of this place, I see very little reason why I might want to take part in a theft. Just because I'm a ghost doesn't mean I can't be punished.
Is it anything about theft? I merely wish to read the information.
You want to read the whole journal in a sitting? During a birthday party?
Perhaps the pertinent information.
Interesting. Go ahead and make a charisma persuasion test for me. Target number's gonna be 8.
You said soulbound servant. Is that specific to something? Like, is that like a specific thing in this world?
It's not necessarily a specific phrase, but what he was
Okay.
describing is essentially that he's a spectral slave to this place. He's not here by choice. His soul is like locked in.
I'm going to book knowledge.
Sure. Use wits instead of charisma. You're gonna logic him. I like that.
6.
Ooh, rough. Well, unfortunately, I can't do much to help you, but feel free to take a crack at it. And he'll just kind of float up to the top. It's quite a lot of books to go through.
You couldn't even point it out for me?
No.
I see.
Not unless, of course, you had some reason for me to help you.
Well, merely a friendly gesture between dead men.
The door opens and closes behind you, and you hear a voice say,
Dari, are you in here?
Yes. I take it I recognize Marie's voice.
yes, it's Marie.
It is surprisingly, well, I guess not that surprisingly hard to find you when you're invisible. Why are you talking to a ghost?
Because he could see me?
I swear, I heard something. I swear I did. You hear some voices outside the door of the library. Uh-oh, I think you may have been caught.
Well, we'd have to be caught to be caught.
You're really no fun to talk to. It's very dry.
Well, you can't even point out the book that I wish to read.
I'll deal with them.
The door opens and then closes, and you hear some scuffling outside.
I'll take that opportunity to look for the book. The journal.
Sure. Go ahead and make a wits or wisdom and study test against a target number of 12. Because I figure you probably know the Dewey Decimal System. And I believe the name of the doctor was spoken in an earlier session, so you kind of know what you're looking for.
6 again.
All right. It's going to take you a while to find it, so we're going to cut away. And we're going to go to Max. Max, you're milling about the party. Do you have any specific goals for what you're doing?
Max would take the occasional opportunity at various points in the. Are we in the garden? Is that where the?
You were in last time we saw you. You were in the courtyard, but you can move about the party as you would wish.
Okay, then he'll move about, and every so often, when he has the opportunity where he's not talking to someone and is in a corner or something where it's not terribly noticeable, he'll pull out the dragon shard and just sort of look around for signs of magic.
Eventually, you don't see a lot of signs of magic outside of the party. The gates, the wrought iron gates that surround the grounds, definitely have some kind of magical enchantment at them, though.
Great.
It looks like it's arcane. It looks like it's arcane to you.
Okay.
Your investigation leads you through part of the garden where eventually you find yourself in front of a shed door where there is a guard who has been bludgeoned unconscious, and a set of like 3 crates of what look like highly explosive fireworks.
Is there any sign of anyone in the party around?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
You would imagine somebody in your party probably beat this guy up and left him here, though.
Seems reasonable. Is he in the shed or out?
He is in the shed, just kind of like laid out on the floor.
Okay. Are any of the guests or other guards anywhere near the shed?
No, not really. There are some guests that have meandered out into the garden, but they're sitting around like a koi pond kind of situation in another area. There is a guard who is walking around, and occasionally he's stopping and saying, "Spencer, where the fuck is Spencer?" And he's like wanders off to a different area. He's clearly looking for this other guard.
Okay. Okay, I'll take a quick look around the shed to see if there's anything else significant here, and then make sure that
there's definitely like starter line and stuff. Like you could set these fireworks on a burner for a while before they would actually go off. And like some of the larger ones would be transportable to other areas fairly easy, but like taking an entire crate would be difficult.
Okay.
Do you want us to give you a minute to ponder this?
Yeah, that might be helpful.
Let's cut down to the cellar. As you can see, it's all there. Chambliss and his 2 guards are bent over some crates, looking through them.
Do I see what's in the crates?
It's hard to tell from here. You could try to get closer, though.
Am I like right next to the Lord already, or am I like a ways?
You're kind of standing. You're like not super close to him, but you're standing on the same plane as him, like back a little bit from them.
Okay, I would just try to approach like I'm just moving closer since they all got closer, kind of thing. Like trying to be a guard, I guess. Still not sure why he hired me to come down in the cellar instead of his own guards, but you know.
Inside of this crate are what looks like even stacks of large silver bars. It's some kind of silver metal, and they're kind of like cut triangularly, but they're cylinders. Okay, so they're kind of like cylinders in size. They're pretty big, like kind of like picking up a gold bar in a video game.
They look almost like giant silver bullets.
Yeah. No, well, they look more like if you've ever seen like an old cowboy movie and they rob somebody who's got a bunch of gold bricks. They look more like those. They're not gold,
but silver.
They're like a metal that's cut in similar fashion.
Okay, gotcha.
But when you see the glint of Chambliss's torch as he holds it over it and he inspects them, you notice that they have some like very, very like acute and accurate etched lines on them. They're always even and they're cut in strange, like symbolic ways. They're always at like right angles. That is all 12 that I was able to locate in the timetable given, and I'm sure with more time I could locate more for you. Of course, in return I expect the district to look favorably on some of the, well, plans I have for ahead. Chambliss snaps his head back towards him and he nods. Yes,
This will do just fine. Cover it and take it, boys. And the two guards start to cover the crate and take it. You notice as this is happening, you notice Aldis tense a little bit. Like, this is kind of the moment where he's worried something is going to go wrong. And then Chambliss turns to him and he reaches into his coat and he pulls out a pouch and he holds it out. And Aldis takes it. A thanks from those within the district that look to you for support, Mr. Aldis. We'll be leaving through the side gate. No reason to be seen together. Chambliss's gaze falls back upon you. Although I am interested to know where you found this creature.
I'm a day laborer.
Yes, I suppose you are. Good day, Mr. Aldis. Counselor? They start to hoof the crate up the steps that you came into the vault with. From? Aldis turns and he looks at you. Well done. I was thinking 50 Dakotas.
Wow. Sure. What was in the crate?
Aldis smiles at you, and he tosses you the pouch that was given to him. You'll find all the money in there. I think a person with your unique abilities, we'll say, is someone who could be very helpful to a man like me. If you're looking for more work, and more coin like that, of course.
I mean, this will last me for quite a while, but if you need me at all, you can. I live down at near the Dr. Walt's Manor.
What a coincidence. We should leave. And he'll usher you back up the steps with him. And as he does, we'll cut back outside to Max. Max, have you decided what you want to do? Do you want to move on? Do you want to do something with the fireworks?
Yeah. So Max is going to do a couple of things. Let me get back up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Max is going to get Brandon and have him be a lookout for him in case anyone starts heading towards the shed.
Okay. Brandon's like watching out from the bushes.
And then he's going to try to rig up some fireworks in like bushes and things at a few points around the garden.
Okay.
With lines going back to the burner in the shed.
Okay. You get to work on that. You set up a few different ones, connecting all the lines and like running them back to a point where they could be set if needed. Just as you're finishing up, you hear a and when you look back to Brandon's position, you see his arms snapped to his sides and his ankles locked together, but he's not locked together by anything. It's like he's struggling against the air. And you hear a voice say, "Huh, I knew you had to be up to something." As you see, standing across from you, having walked out from the arch to the kitchen and caught you in your plan, Oliver, the Omnipotent. You know, I was invited as a backup in case you didn't do a very good job, but taking you in as a criminal will be so much sweeter, Max.
I take it he's seen me at this point?
Yes. He kind of walked in,
caught Brandon by surprise and has kind of like identified that you're up to no good.
Max will walk over to him and say, Oliver, I didn't realize you'd been invited as a guest. Now, what is it exactly you're referring to?
Whatever you're doing out here. I saw you messing around in the bushes, leaving your boy as a lookout. How about this? He reaches into his coat, pulling out a wand. It doesn't need to get messy. Just come along. We'll see what the guards think of your activities.
Why don't you put the boy down, Oliver? This is between us.
He'll twist his wrist, and the boy will fall from where he's suspended in the air into the dirt, but he does still appear to be magically tied.
Unfortunately, you made the boy an accomplice, Max, to whatever crimes you're committing.
I don't know what you think it is I'm doing, Oliver, but I assure you, I'm merely enjoying the party like everyone else.
Well, if you won't admit it, I can always force it out of you. He widens his stance and starts to walk a slow circle. A magician's duel, perhaps.
Max will gesture to one side of the garden and say, Have you seen these hydrangeas? They're divine. The smell is quite lovely.
I don't think you're taking me very seriously.
He's going to attempt to activate a power.
I'm going to try to interrupt it.
Okay. He's going to use momentum on this.
Okay.
He rolled a 9.
Okay.
Or actually, you roll it against the strength, so it would be you need to roll an 11 or higher.
Okay, is that right? Yeah, that is right. Okay. 11 or higher. Okay. Alright, I'm going to cast this at a strength of 4, so I get +3 to my roll.
Yep, you sure do.
And then 13 total.
13. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you interrupt the power and he slinks back, dancing the wand back and forth.
That was just to test you.
Max will say, I'm sorry, did you say something? I was enjoying the night air.
We're going to cut inside real quick. The two of you, as you started to progress down the hall, you saw the door that to the library. You don't really know it's the library, but as she walked in and talked to him, and you see the guards outside of the door testing the knob, saying that they hear voices inside, and then you see the door go whoosh, and hit one of them in the face as the other one just starts getting beaten up by somebody who's invisible, basically. And you'll hear her voice say,
Quick, now's your chance to get down there.
Thank you. You're quite capable.
and as the two of you drop down the railing into the ballroom on the first floor and try to like duck into the pillars, go ahead and make agility coordination tests for me. Your guys' target number is going to be 12. That goes down to a 9. And then a 6 for you.
I rolled bad. I rolled an 8.
Yeah, it still passes for you.
It's considered easy at the moment, but I still wouldn't pass it, I don't think, because I got a 10.
As you hit the bottom, as you hit the ballroom floor and you try to duck into the pillars, you see Aldis walking out of the steps, the guard standing at the top of them with V behind him, and he shifts and he looks into the shadows of the pillars and he says, "Guards, quick, there's somebody over there." And they start to rush towards the two of you. V, you're kind of in this scene too, because you're just like standing behind him.
I'm going to Snap decision. I'm going to.
Snap decision. I'm going to cast Fire Breath.
Yep. No, I'm going to cast Darkness, though. The Darkness power.
A cloud of magical darkness builds from the pillars, and both the guards skid to a halt, almost fearfully, looking back at Aldis. Aldis looks at them, and then he looks at you, and he says, "Well, what are you waiting for? You want more Dakotas? Go help them."
Okay. I'll
Head into the darkness with the guards.
As I imagine they're like standing there as we're getting close, I'll just like kind of shove them in with me.
They get shoved awkwardly into the darkness. Phil, they kind of spill out in front of the two of you into the cloud of darkness with V like directly behind them.
Yeah, I mean, all of us have dark vision, so...
Yep, and they can't see a thing.
Yep.
They literally just start like swinging with their weapons because they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'll kind of stay out of the way.
Can I look behind me and see if like Aldis is able to, like, if I can get an idea if Aldis is able to see through the darkness too?
He's looking directly at the darkness. There's nothing signifying that he can see, but he's definitely like watching that area.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the two of you and silently be like, "Go! Like, we need to go. He doesn't need to see our faces. We don't need to be hunted down. Like, we gotta go. He knows your face, but he doesn't know necessarily me and Carton."
As this is happening down there,
Car just waves at you and then runs off.
Are you staying in the shadows or are you following Matt?
I'm gonna start blindly swinging like the guards, like I can't see.
Oh, wait, that was me. You. Oh, what's hitting us in here? The two of you run out of the shadow, try to get out of the ballroom. Above on the railing, we cut back into the doors of the library as you are pulling the journals out. You have finally found them. You did better than most would. I respect that, good doctor.
I didn't care to share the pages that are important in here.
He's going to look at you, and he's going to reach out, and his hand will pass through your body and pull back out. Unfortunately, I can't do anything to stop you from taking it.
Well, I did just want to read it.
I'd hurry, because I think things are getting active out there if you're staying.
Is there a window in here?
There are some windows looking out.
I'll go over to a window and see if I can open one. Like if the lock is not secure or anything.
The lock is on the inside. You're able to turn it and open the window.
Well, how about I will just leave with them if I need to.
He'll smile. As you wish. Outside, you hear some more shouting, and then you hear Aldis's voice say, "What are you doing in there?" And he steps past the shadow as the two of you are running out, and he says, "Thieves! Thieves in the house!"
Well, you know, I guess that is my cue.
The door opens and closes, and Marie runs past you invisibly, and you just hear her hop out the window.
Just get out, Marie. And then... Does my invisibility stay if I do, like, a power of my own, or does it break?
I think it does, because it's on him, not you. Like, it's being maintained through him, so...
Yeah, well, with the journals, I would use beast form.
Sure.
And that takes everything I'm carrying into my new form, right?
It does,
Yeah.
yes.
So I would beast form into...
It says that when a creature made invisible by this power attacks, uses a power, or uses a power roll, the effect ends.
Oh, my bad. I thought that you had done that thing to make it... So yes, you would, but you would it would hide the stuff because you would look like the animal.
Yeah. Well, positioned at the window, I would I guess, turn from invisible into a visible bat as I fly out towards the manor, I guess.
You turn into the bat as you pop back into like the regular spectrum of sight, and the ghost says, "Huh, interesting indeed." And then as you start to flutter away, you see all the light, the ambient candle light within the library turn red as soon as you pass the window, and he says, I did forget to tell you about that silent alarm. Aldis will know something has been taken from the library now. Better run. Or fly, in this case.
I don't respond, because I'm a bat.
Okay. You flutter off. The two of you run through the ballroom, down the steps. As that's happening, you're breaking out of the darkness that was created, and as soon as you do, Aldis turns and looks at you. A poor performance. And he reaches into his coat and he pulls out a plated hand, like revolver. It's like shiny, like it's polished, and he aims it up at you. I'm interested to see how you handle this. And he's going to make an attack roll against you, V.
Okay. Does this look like any kind of special pistol at all?
It's definitely an expensive pistol.
Okay. I'll try and defend against it, I guess. I'm not super concerned about it, but why get shot if I don't have to? 14.
14, alright, he hits you. He deals 6 points of piercing damage. How many wounds do you take from that?
Hold on, I gotta reread the change to near invulnerability, how it works. Okay, so yeah. I would take 6 wounds from that. No, you said it dealt, so I would take 4 wounds from it.
Yeah, you
take
have
4
wounds
armor.
from it. Alright. For each one of those wounds, Aldis can add from a list of conditions. He's going to make you exhausted, confused, and he's going to deafen you, and all of those effects last 1 minute. He watches the bullet hit your chest full on, and he can hear the bones breaking inside, and then you can see some of your dead flesh start to shrivel around it, and he'll smile. I really do like this gun. What would you like to do?
I am going to cast a power myself.
Okay.
I'm going to cast. Let me find which. Super Strength.
Okay.
That is at a power of 3, so I raise my brawn by 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me an extra 4 wounds to play with. And I take a wound. And then, yeah, I'll start walking towards him.
Sure.
Yes.
You can get to him in a move.
Okay. But that would take my deed, so I can't really do
All right.
anything else other than cast the power. Unless you'll let me make an attack against him.
No. I think that is everything you can do. Outside in the garden, technically, Marie would also be not invisible anymore because she fought those guys in the hall. So she lands in the bushes, and then the bat flutters out in the sky above her, and she starts to run across, and she runs barefoot directly into this mage's duel, and she slides to a halt as the two of you are dancing a circle around each other, and she's gonna look at him kind of like he's just like looks ridiculous, and then look at you, Max, and she's going to say, Max, do you have this?
Max is going to say, I'll be fine, but if you could help my if you could help my dear assistant out, that would be much appreciated.
She's gonna rush over to Brandon and like pick him up and throw him like over her shoulder, and then she's gonna look at the bat in the sky and she's going to say, Durasane, we need to get the cart up and running. I think we're going to have to get out of here fast, and our friends are going to need us. She's going to start to run around the building towards the courtyard where the party is.
I'll follow her from above.
Okay. She definitely does not know how to drive the cart. That's the main reason why she's bringing you. Inside, the two of you that ran away when the smoke was going down and then got yelled at, you run down through the arch into the kitchen area, and you see some guards running in from where the main party is, and some of the guests like looking around, like they can tell that something's gone wrong, but they're not quite sure what's going on. And then one of the chefs ducks down, and the other one just hucks a butcher knife at you guys. It sticks into the wall, and then two of the guards move in front of your guys' paths and pull out their weapons, each of them drawing a sword. All right, you stay right there. Interlopers, intruders.
Interlopers? Is interlopers even a word?
Shut up.
Okay. I mean...
And then one of them is going to make an attack on you. I'm taking the initiative, and he's going to swing at Phil, because Phil looks less intimidating, and he's an idiot.
Sure.
He rolled a 4, so
Okay,
probably gonna make that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my defense. I'm not even gonna parry. I'm gonna use defensive thing. Agility to defend, right?
Yep. Brawn defend. You want a brawn defend?
I don't.
Are you just trying to block it with your cane? Muted.
No, it might slice through it. As he does that, and Carten, you're in the room. If you're in the room, as he goes to attack me, all of a sudden he's met with steel as well, as my cane is actually a hidden blade.
Nice.
And I pull out my rapier and defend myself with it.
All right, you got to roll more than a 4.
Not hard. Hopefully, I didn't check myself.
It's not the most challenging thing I've ever made you do. These guys are not as good as that werewolf, that's for sure. Oh,
18.
Easy crit. You bring
Yeah.
the blade up, you like round it around with your wrist, and you send his sword flying, so he's disarmed. Shit.
Perfect.
That's what you get for saying interloper. Shut up!
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, he made the attack. I don't know.
It's your guy's
Doing
turn.
anything?
When he gets to go. I
Yeah.
took the initiative. He's done.
I'm a fucking
You
stab.
work hard.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to be sprinting towards the other guy.
Okay, yeah, you're diving at him. Go ahead and make your attack too. The other guy's kind of caught by surprise by your speed.
All right, I'll flick my my stiletto at him first, and then hit him with my offhand with the blade. So
Okay.
he's gonna get.
What'd you get, Phil?
My bonus is a 26.
A 26? That is a crit. You bring that guy to the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on his chest, drive him into the ground, and yeah, just probably through the chest, land on his chest, and spear him through the heart, and land him down, and then I'm gonna keep running.
Yeah. Next to you, you see the other guy get pounced on. What'd you get on your attack rolls?
14 with the stiletto,
Okay.
and
Does that hit?
the follow-up was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 with my
That's a
actual
crit.
blade.
You bring that guy down in tandem with Phil, drawing your blades out of it. As you guys take to the door, the arch outside, you can see some people on the other side of the building screaming and like diving out of the way as the cart rolls off of the stage, as Marie is like trying to control it, and Brandon is like hastily packing up the side that folds down to make the stage, and Marie's gonna like turn it, and she like immediately rams it into the part of the fence and has to back it up, and she's going to look at the bat and say,
Well, perhaps you should handle this?
And I'll land on the seat and shift back.
She'll shift to the side, and then she'll say, "Give me a moment," and she'll climb into the cart. And she's going to go into the back station as you drive the car around. As you drive the car around, we pan back to the two magicians dancing around each other. Max, what do you want to do?
Max is going to... So they're circling each other, and at a point in the circle, when there's a hedge right behind Oliver, Max is going to look over Oliver's shoulder and say, "What's that in the hedge behind you?"
He snaps his head back.
As he turns his head, a large white rabbit with claws and antlers and fangs and bloodthirsty red eyes is going to leap out of the bush at his face.
Your Wolpertanger leaps out of the bush to attack him.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and make a roll for that. See,
as that happens, he catches the Wolpertanger as it's on his face and it's attacking him, and you can hear him saying muffled, "I'm allergic to rabbits." You got a 3 somehow.
Okay, well,
it's like literally the worst you could roll.
I got an 8.
All right. Yeah, the Wolpertanger brings him down. It's distracting him right now. It's definitely not like incapacitating him or dealing him a death blow, but if you want to try to disengage, it's giving you the time.
Okay. Yeah, so Max is going to tut to himself and say under his breath, "Why would you ever go into magic with an allergy like that?" And then I'm assuming there's like torches or lanterns or something nearby.
Yeah, there's definitely something you could grab.
Okay, so he's going to start walking away from the garden and almost absent-mindedly waving his cane behind him and telekinesis a lantern into the shed.
Okay, yeah. Fireworks start going off in the garden. Inside, you've rushed up to him. He backs up, and he fires at you again. As he moves away from you, he does not trigger a reaction attack.
Okay. 13 dodge.
13. Okay, you actually
defense,
managed
I
to
guess.
dodge that shot, and you see all the fireworks exploding outside the windows, and it even turns his attention away from you, and you can hear someone shouting outside that they're getting in the cart. Like, get some coaches, they're getting in the cart.
When he turns, can I run up and wrestle with him for the gun and take it away from him?
You can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that.
Go ahead and make your brawn attack. He's going to do agility defend here.
He is difficult because of wrestler.
Sure is.
And I am easy because of the same feats. Okay, second roll was way better than the first roll. That is a 22.
Yeah, you wrestle the handgun away from him.
Mine now. And I'm just going to walk down the stairs with his gun and head out to the cart.
Okay, as you run off, you'll hear him say, "So you think." You hear him running, but he doesn't follow you directly. When you reach the outside with the pistol in your hand, you see him, he's upstairs at the library window, and he's pointing down, and he says, "Chase them! Don't let them reach the next district." And you see them ahead of you in the car.
Yeah, I'll go running into the car.
Yeah, and go ahead and make an agility coordination test to steer out of the front of the house and into the street as two other coaches pile out, horse-drawn, chasing after all of you, and it turns into a little vehicle race. If you guys want to maybe review quickly the stations of the cart, you are in a vehicle.
Would Max have taken?
Doesn't love a good
driving?
chase scene.
Or would I still be driving?
I mean, you're driving right now. You can, if you want somebody else to drive, you can. You guys can choose your positions.
Yeah, Car could jump on the top. He has the bow, so I can shoot from there too.
Yeah, so you don't have to choose a specific
Yeah,
station.
if one of you guys want to take one of the other stations.
The carriage fits 4, the driver's bench fits 2.
Where's the
Marie has
party
pulled
dock?
her sword. It is, if you search Aethergarde by night party dock in Google Docs, it should pop up. But it's also in like
it's in the group chat
section. Yeah, I think I pinned it.
All good.
For now, let's say you're driving until somebody's able to switch with you.
Okay.
Me? Oh.
No.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna book knowledge instead.
Okay, sure.
Instead of agility, which
The target number for this is 12. To get ahead of them completely.
16.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. You steer out ahead. How does that horseless carriage even work? A couple shots ring out in the air, and then one of the riflemen leaning out of one of the coaches is going to fire across. And he's going to fire at the wheels of your vehicle. So I need you to go ahead and make one more agility coordination test for me. This one is going to be like steering away from the shot, basically. It's going to be against him. He rolled an 8.
11.
You steer to the side, and then I am passing initiative to all of you. What would you guys like to do? There are 2 carts behind you. They look like they've each got like 3 or 4 gunmen in them, plus a driver, and they're each drawn by 2 horses.
Car's gonna aim a arrow shot at one of the drivers.
Sure. Taking the initiative, you aim the bow at one of the driver of the closer of the 2 vehicles.
That's a 14.
14. The bow sinks into his shoulder. How much damage does that do?
It's 2 + 1, so 3.
3, okay. He takes a couple wounds from that, but he's still up enough to continue steering their vehicle.
Can I lean out the window and shoot that guy with the Lord's gun? Or
You can try to, but I am taking initiative right now.
Okay.
Unless you guys steal.
I don't think we have enough momentum left to steal.
You guys have 2 momentum, so technically you can steal.
Someone just deploy some road spikes.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to use. I don't know if it's. I think it's too early to use a steal with our last momentum.
All right. Another rifleman fires across at the vehicle. Can I get another agility coordination from our driver?
I accidentally rolled my sheet. That's a 12.
This shot does hit the back of the vehicle, chunking some of the, basically blowing a hole in the back area of the stagecoach, so you guys are more visible, but not doing any damage to the actual movement of the carriage, the magical cart. And then I pass initiative back to all of you. Do you want Josh to fire the special gun?
I'm not sure if I'm good up there, but I would take over driving. Agility and coordination I'm very good at.
You can move into his station, so you can move away from it. You've not technically used a move, so if you want to move into the carriage, you can after that.
Okay. Yeah.
To
I will
him,
say,
not to you. You would need to stay on the driver's bench.
Yeah.
He can move into the carriage after you take it from him, though.
I could take over if you could be more useful in defending us.
I don't know how useful I would be, but if you are better at driving this, absolutely.
I have never driven before, but I have driven a camel before, and it can't be that much different.
It is actually quite different. I will stay up there and point out how to drive this thing while he
Yeah,
takes
sure.
over.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the vehicle definitely starts jerking around as he's trying to figure out how to drive during a car chase, basically. Are you doing anything with your deed?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I don't really
You
like.
could activate the armor spell button. You could aggressive drive to double the speed. Try to get farther ahead.
We're gonna say, oh, I don't know. Maybe if I do this, and I'll snap the I'll snap whatever. What is it like? What am I holding on?
It's like hand cranks. It's not even
Yeah?
like a wheel.
Okay.
It's like hand cranks
Okay.
and joints that you have to steer with.
I like the look of this one, and I'll hit the aggressive. I'll hit a random one, and I'll aggressive drive. Yeah.
It roll. Oh, you're gonna hit a random one. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I could.
It goes ahead, and they're like hitting the reins to try to keep up. I'm gonna use another rifleman. I'm gonna take initiative, and this guy's gonna fire at you on top of the carriage top with the bow. Let's go ahead and make an agility defense.
That was rough. I got a 5.
Okay. He crit. That is going to be 6 points of piercing damage to you.
All right. Car's looking hurt. He's got
Yeah,
one
additionally
special.
that has a knockback effect if it does 1 or more wound. So you get knocked off of the carriage and you fall into the driver's bench, basically. As he falls into the driver's bench between the two of you, he's like facing up, and you guys are both like turning your heads to look down. You can see a chunk of the plating in his chest has just been like blasted away, basically.
Are you still with us?
I am, but I seem to be
Good.
damaged.
We can fix you up later.
Right. After that, I pass initiative back to all of you.
Do we want me to try and shoot the driver, or should I activate like the oil or road spikes?
There's also Marie in the carriage, so she can activate something in there at some point, and also Max is there.
I'll try and shoot the driver if nobody else has anything they want to do right now.
They seem cool with it. You aim the polished pistol across, and you go to squeeze the trigger, and I want you to describe to me how you react as the gun explodes, blowing up your hand and the rest of your arm up to about here. Also, you take 8 points of fire damage.
I'm out. I guess I wouldn't have a reaction because I just get blown back in the carriage with my hand no longer on, unconscious.
Yeah.
He lands on me.
No, you're out front. I'm in the back.
His kind of dark, sludgy blood spraying through your perfectly kept magic cart carriage, Max, as it appears that the handgun had some kind of security system to it that did not like other people other than him firing it.
Magical thumbprint.
I'm going to take the initiative since he's out. And I've got one more guy with a rifle. He is going to, I think he's going to fire and try to take another chunk out of the carriage so he can open that up more and hit people. So I need another agility coordination from the driver.
That's it.
Okay, you steer to the side. The shot hits the side of a building, and somebody that's like inside of that building, you can hear them like cry out in surprise as their window shatters. And then, as you do, you swing the whole cart down a thinner alleyway. The two carriages that are chasing after you, having to line up like back to back to fit as they continue pursuing. And it is your guys' initiative.
Road spikes, road spikes.
Marie has not gone.
Yeah.
In the
Or
alleyway.
oil.
Max has not
you could
gone.
totally stop them with oil.
This would be the time too. We bottlenecked him a little bit. This is the perfect time to use something.
Let
Max, what do you want to do?
Max,
Or do you want
choose.
Marie to go? Max not there.
Do we think road spikes or oil? Oil?
I'm
They're,
not sure how
they're one after another, so if we disable the first one, it'll stop the one behind it.
Or at least slow it down enough
Yeah,
for you
that's
guys.
true.
You guys maybe hit like the camouflage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think either one. I think one, as long as we stop the second one should crash. Maybe crash into the one behind it, or one from behind. Hopefully.
It
Yeah, that
suddenly
would
just
be
stopped moving unexpectedly.
ideal. Where's the... Okay.
Or the spikes feel a little inhumane because of the horse. I guess if we're crashing carts,
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
inhumane, but
The horses are probably
probably
getting hurt no matter what. We're just not going to think about that. It's like a Disney movie where the animals are always just like fleeing the scene.
They just get freed
fine.
as the other thing goes.
They're always like freeing. They're always fleeing the scene like perfectly unhurt. It's just the humans.
The horses like kick up the road spikes and it cuts the reins so they can be free from the
perfect.
Max will say, Marie, that lever there, the oil.
She'll turn and look at it, and she'll pull it back as the oil releases into the road. The cart in front rolls terribly and swings and turns, the reins snapping free as the horses run down a side alley, and it tumbles over. The other carriage snaps and slows, having to try to like steer around it, but isn't really able to fit as you guys come out the other end, and you kind of swing the car in the direction you know you need to go. You're out of view of them, at least for the moment, the remaining cart.
If it's our turn again, Max will hit the camouflage.
Okay. It is, because they have to spend their turn, so you hit the camouflage, and everyone goes invisible as you race off down the cobblestones to try to get back home. And what are all of you doing as you try to make your way there? So far, it looks like that plan worked, and you were clear. So I'm taking you out of initiative.
Climbing into the back to see if I don't lose V.
You want to use a patch up on him to stabilize him?
Yeah.
All right, V, you are stabilized. You awaken missing most of your forearm and one of your hands.
Okay. That was... I guess it's not my gun. Can we find me a new hand?
Well, I'm sure we could find many hands. I don't know that they will work for you, but I will do what I can.
Or you can make me a cool robot hand.
Well,
like
car.
Using designs from car, I could perhaps make you a robot hand, yes.
That'd be awesome.
Marie,
and then you could give me like 3 claws that come out of it to slash people up with.
I mean, that will take some time, but I can work on it if you'd prefer that.
Well, I'm glad to see everyone is more or less okay.
Marie looks up and down the carriage and then through the port to those that are in the driver's seat. And then she kind of...
Please tell me that was... Please tell me we got what we went there for.
I don't know if it's what we went there for, but I have these journals. What did
I appear
everyone
to
find?
I was far overconfident. We were unable to enter the study.
I'd shout from the driver's seat, I would say, we encountered a door that spit fire at us.
Why is it always doors?
There was much magic and things of value in that 3rd floor study, but we could not get in. It was very well protected.
Well, at least you didn't get shot by a guy who had just offered you a job.
It is true.
That is true. Carr looks down at the hole in his chest. I did get shot, though.
I'll look down at my hole in my chest. Since that's where I got shot. They match.
Quite a bit of work to do for you two.
Max, as the journals are passed down the carriage and they land in your hand, you do believe that they are what you were looking for.
Do they appear magical in nature?
There is a hint of magic on them, but it doesn't feel like it was intentionally placed there when they were created. It feels like it might be connected to like the silent alarm system or something.
That makes sense.
Air tag.
You actually
Then-
feel like you might want to disrupt it.
Yeah, Max will cast interrupt.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah. You interrupt power on it. You don't have to roll. You are able to disable whatever is on it. You're not sure if you were tracked up to this point. You're not like super close to where you guys are going, but it definitely was some kind of connective tissue to the security system.
Well, I think they have enough context clues to figure out where we're going anyway at this point. Yeah, Max will start skimming through the journals, trying to figure out pick out the most important parts.
Okay. You immediately dive into the journals. You can tell that they're going to take some amount of time, probably like a rest, to really go through.
I've definitely not been going straight home. I think he's smart enough and to like have.
You're like
take the
winding
long way.
around. You're also invisible.
Do we have a plan? Can we go back to the manor, or do they know the good doctor was involved?
Well, I'm fairly certain once they speak with the ghost in the library.
Oh,
Or looks at
really?
me.
I mean, I was on the spot when he offered me a job, and I told him I lived near the DeWalt's Manor.
Well, I think we go there and hope that my position within the city protects us, at least for now.
If you get there before the visibility goes down, then nobody actually sees the thing drive in, at least.
That's true.
That's true.
Is that barn or area big enough to fit this carriage?
Yeah, it fits the carriage, the broken carriage, and the cart.
Okay, for sure. So home. Or back to the manor.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, then I will. Yeah. I'll start steering a more direct route home.
Alright.
Max,
As all of you...
Max will investigate anything else that was taken for tracking spells. If there was anything else.
Does anybody have anything else that was taken? The gun exploded.
Yeah, the gun exploded.
The journals have been checked. I
Any
can't remember. I don't think anybody
flashback?
else has anything.
We took. I might still have the keys. I might still have those keys, but that's it.
Yeah, the keys are not magical.
Yeah. Okay.
Just wanted to be thorough.
Yeah. I think we should do one more scene after you guys are all back inside the manor, in case anybody wants to chat about anything before like a rest takes place or a break takes place.
Yeah,
The cart
I
has been
would.
parked, and you guys kind of like flitted back into the manor under the cover of night.
I'll talk to. I'll like speak to Marie outside
Yeah,
before
she's
we go, and
with
I would say, you should double the amount of eyes keeping watch.
I'll go join the other three, and we'll all keep watch tonight. Get
Thank you,
some
Mother.
rest. Yes, Phil, you did a good job.
I am glad you are safe. Glad we are relatively safe.
Let us hope.
I will join you after a short rest, Marie.
As you wish.
She'll nod her head to
Yes.
everybody else.
As soon as I got down from the cart, I will be like Yoda again, like using the cane and leaning heavily on it.
And then
Does
she'll turn
anybody-
in her ripped dress with her bruises and her bare feet, and she'll just walk off. One of the guards stops and turns and says, "I knew you'd ruin that dress.
Shut the fuck up.
Apple.
Do any of you guys know who Counselor Chambliss is?
Durasane, you recognize that name. He's the district counselor for Lambeth. Or, not Lambeth. Blah. I'm mixing up my place names now. He's the district counselor for... Let me pull up my little Aethergarde doc. He's the district counselor for this district, which is called... Not the shard. This is... Not the smokestacks either. Alright, well, it's this district that he's in charge of, so you definitely recognize the name. I'm trying to find it right now.
What was his name again?
District Counselor Chambliss. Chambliss.
Would we know much about him?
Publicly known, there probably isn't like a whole lot you know about him. He is generally considered a like a non-moderate, like fairly conservative politician who is a big supporter of like the higher ups in the upper city. He's probably seen by most people here as kind of like a lapdog for the rich that are kind of like existing above everyone else.
Once we're all inside the manor, Max would say, well, knowing who was involved in the goings-on tonight, my suspicion would be that we face a more long-term reprisal rather than some sort of attack tonight. We should prepare for that sort of eventuality.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, when he took me down to the cellar, we met with Counselor Chambliss, who took a crate of... They looked like gold bars, but they were silver, and they had a bunch of like really fine, intricate lines on them, and they were all at right angles. I describe the silverish bars the best I can.
Would that sound familiar to me at all?
You could make a wits or wisdom and knowledge test really quick, just so everybody knows. The district that the manor is in is called Bethel Hill.
Right, that's right. Did you say that
Next.
those bars were more like cylindrical a little bit? Or they had like
They weren't cylinder. They were like... I'm gonna find a picture.
They're like the stereotypical gold bars, right?
Yeah.
I just got kicked from TTS.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. Everybody did.
Oh, I did too.
Yep.
Weird. Everyone says connecting but me right now.
I rolled a 23 though.
They look kind of like these. Want me to be real? I'm picturing them more like the MacGuffins at the end of Fifth Element. They pull out of her belly and they have to stick all the things. That's kind of like how I'm picturing them, like size and shape.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll
I didn't know
describe
if that
it.
mattered necessarily. I just wanted to be.
All right, don't worry about getting back into the game, guys, because we're not going to need it to wrap this up. Just roll with real dice or your phone or something.
And
what did everybody get?
then
Oh, sorry. You go. Then we'll talk about it.
And then when they took the crates away, he told Chambliss to remember favorably him and the next, he made it sound like there was some kind of plan that the Chambliss was going to be involved in helping carry out. He also said he'd try and get more of them, but that was the most he could round up in whatever timetable he was given.
Some sort of scarce resource, then.
Could you
But
perhaps
there are more
draw
out
these
there.
symbols you saw?
I'll look at my dominant hand that has been blown up, the stump of my dominant hand that got blown up. I can try. I'll hold up my non-dominant hand.
V,
Yes.
Whatever.
Doctor, might I suggest
I have
finding
an
an
idea.
artist's hand?
it might be awkward, but if we remove this hand and put it on your right arm, would it then become dominant?
It'd be like the wrong way around, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like Jesse's suggestion a lot more. Kill an artist and put their hand on us.
It's so good.
I love that idea.
You don't need to kill
We
the
just
artist,
become-
you just need to cut the hand off.
You just need to chop off his hand.
Yeah. And then V can become a great artist just right at the
As
get-go.
this conversation is happening, what did the people who rolled knowledge tests get
24.
when
Or
inspecting?
23. Sorry. 23.
I got
I
an
could
11.
roll a knowledge. Just hold on. Knowledge and what? Wisdom?
Yes. You got a 24?
23. 19 plus
I got a
4.
I got a 2.
7.
17.
Oh, 17. You recognize this material. It is like in the terms of like the scientific society that you are a piece of, Dare. This is called Glacium, Glacium, and it is a very rare mineral that is very hard to locate. Its usefulness, it doesn't necessarily have like a set usefulness, but you know that like people who come upon it have been trying different ways to like find its melting point and otherwise alter it. And it has kind of like this strange, like its density doesn't seem to match up with its size, so it's something that's very like speculative in the scientific community and needs a lot of investigation. So people try to get their hands on it to experiment with it. You've never heard of anyone having this much in one place, like privately. Okay. Really quick. You, Phil, you also recognize this material. You have seen it shaped, but never on this plane, only in Fairy. And this material is known for conducting types of spellcraft very well. It often gets crafted into things that are used by mages and other types of magic studiers or wielders in Fairy. It is considered rare there as well, though.
I'll kind of like look at it as he's thinking about it, and you'll say that about it being like super rare, and I'll say, well, actually, that looks a lot like something you can find in the realm where I come from. I've seen it before, but what? Go.
In Fairy, it's called Gosmere. It's not called Glacium. Yeah.
What is the realm actually called, so I can start calling it the right thing?
Fairy.
Fairy.
Faerie. Fairy.
Okay. I would say, in Fairy, and where I come from, it is called Glassmere, and it is sought after by mages and magic wielders from this plane and others. Very rare. I too have not seen that much in one place. Highly sought after, but not necessarily refined to one use.
So this Chambliss guy is some kind of powerful spellcaster who's casting a really big spell.
While he's trying to find another use for it.
Or he is beholden to one that is that powerful and knows of its characteristics.
He does strike me as more of a middleman in this exchange.
Possibly.
But if this man could acquire that much of it. He reaches far and has many resources already. To give this much up is also worth noting. Why, if he is this powerful and a collector of magical things, I am surprised that he did not keep it for himself. There must be something in it for him.
There was these 50 Dakotas, and I'll hold up the bag. But he gave them right to me, so I think it was more the favor that he was after.
Is to end off this, he must have grand plans for the city that he does not want the council to interfere with.
That was the impression I got.
As this conversation is happening, the Wolpertanger is sitting nearby, just softly munching on the bit of ear that it pulled off of Oliver the Omnipotent's head before fleeing with you guys.
Man, would we know like the approximate street value in currency of this stuff?
Not the approximate value, but it's somebody could buy like that much of that material is like a ticket into the high city. You're rich.
What did I ever see it exchange hands in Fairy for like anything in particular? Like, or
no,
was it just
but
currency?
You saw it on the royal clothing of Fae that were in the Seelie and Unseelie courts and stuff. So like it's something that even there, like only the top people get their hands on.
Would 50 Dakotas seem like a questioningly small amount of money for that much?
Yeah, that 50 Dakotas was not mint.
So that was a for your trouble type of thing.
Maybe, or yeah, it's hard to tell. The 50 Dakotas feels pretty out of place, honestly.
I'm hesitant to suggest that we seek out another theft, considering how poorly we did on this one. But should we be interested in this material and apprehending it?
Maybe finding it and
that much.
I fear it falling into the wrong hands.
I think it already did.
I'm gonna look at Max.
There's a lot of it.
I'll turn to Max and say this. I'll say, interesting that is changing hands in a place where the information about the Ether Blight had also come into his possession recently. Would there be a connection there? Is there anything in the notes talking about this Blasomir? I know you were wanting to read it.
I also find it interesting that someone who seems at least tangentially aware of the arcane would actively invite practitioners to his abode on the night of such an exchange. It's almost as if he was hoping something would happen.
Might have a point. This Shambliss person, is he associated with where we are right now? This place in the city?
My Manor's
not
in
your
Bethel Hill,
specific
right?
house.
Yes, he's the counselor for Bethel Hill. That is where we currently are.
Is Aldis's manor also in Bethel Hill?
No, it is in. You had to go through the walls into the upper districts to get to his manor. His manor is in Mayfair.
So he isn't working with the counselor for his district.
Nope. He was passing this stuff to a counselor of a lower district.
That probably means his plans for the city lie here.
The
Indeed.
ones who suffer the most from unchecked power are usually those that have the least amount of it to begin with. That would make sense. We cannot stay here long, I would think. I understand it may be a long-term problem, but best not
We
to
can
sit
look
and
into-
wait for.
We can look into a new hiding spot.
And we should do some research on any planned developments or anything in this district. See if we can figure out what it is Aldis has his fingers in.
Do any of you have contacts here? I'll look at the doctor and say, you seem to be more well off than most around here. Do you know anyone that we could talk to about this?
I can put some feelers out. Though it would have to be you all, during the day at least.
I apologize for not playing my part as best as I could. I know I am new here. I understand if you don't want me around, but that puts life into these old bones.
I too failed. Phil, do not feel bad. I was constructed to kill, not to steal.
I'll look at my stump of an arm. I mean, I guess I technically failed too.
Well,
Well-
speak for yourselves. My performance went off spectacularly.
By the applause we heard throughout the house, it must have been quite the show.
Indeed. I'm sure I shall have no trouble finding bookings in the upper city from now on.
I mean, you might. They did see us flee in your carriage.
Ah, but you must understand, my dear V. I am a performer. That simply adds to the mystique.
He's gonna look confused, but not say anything.
As you guys ruminate on these thoughts and how you should investigate, what you should investigate next, or how you should prioritize, one by one, you go off to your rests or your projects. And we leave the manor. Our view of the city, always alive, but dark at night, zooming in on an alley near where people are clearing an overturned cart and looking for missing horses that ran off. A homeless Aethergardian citizen shifting on one of the crates that he's sitting on and watching and chuckling himself as he leans his hands back to the fire. A shape, a bloody stump connected to a set of broken fingers, stitched but torn, launching themselves out of the dark and wrapping themselves around his neck. And then inching him away into the dark. And that's where we're going to end our session for the night.
New big bad!
That or it's V's hand
V's
climbing back.
It's V's hand, but I don't think it's V's hand anymore. I think it's
Who's driving?
Your fun guy has taken over the
Yeah.
hand.
yeah. I'm pretty sure the dick left with the hand.
That's hilarious.
Great session, everybody. It was a lovely heist. It was a good
That's
way
sick.
blow off the steam of reality. Everyone did a wonderful job. Jesse loved your show.
Yeah, Jesse,
great.
that was
I'm so
sick.
glad.
Great
That
job,
was
Jesse.
sick.
I've
Well
been
done.
planning that for a very long time.
It's great, dude. That was awesome.
Keep thinking of new tricks.
It was
'cause
awesome.
Probably not the last time I'm going to force you onto a stage.
Oh, well, I would hope not. You don't have to force me.
Yeah, I'm already. Life's a stage.
Yeah.